From rake sighting in the woods and humans coming across skinwalkers, to genets riding on animals and alien-like creatures being captured in the woods. Here are times when unknown predators walk on trail cams. There are times when the unknown happens in woods, from alien-like creatures and weird mutant deers to the creatures who attack humans and tiny gray creatures in the woods. Here are times when unknown predators walked on trail cam.
Chilling cry for help. In the video, we witness a spine-tingling moment that no one wishes ever to encounter. We see a woman holding a laundry basket outside her house, about to enter a room. As she approaches the door, she freezes upon hearing a strained voice pleading for help. Followed by eerie moaning. Perplexed, she looks around but finds nothing unusual and eventually enters the room. The video then jumps to a later time after she called the police, who also hear the distressing sound. Despite the thorough investigation, they find no trace of the source. Speculations abound from hackers to pranks, even neighbors, but the truth remains elusive. The haunting cries for help in the video continue to baffle viewers. Mysterious home security sighting. In February of 2021, TikTok user Alyssa Nash 1 shared some spine-chilling home security footage that left viewers puzzled and intrigued. The video features a strange, shadowy figure moving up the stairs past one of the residents. Transparent and amorphous, the entity appears vaguely human in shape before floating out of view. As the video circulated on social media, it caused quite a stir, with many labeling it as a genuine paranormal sighting. Some viewers believed it to be a shadowy figure or even a demon, while others remained curious about the inexplicable apparition. Whether it's a trick of light or something more otherworldly, this dreadful encounter reminds us that the unknown still surrounds us. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section below.
A huge creature. In February of 2011, a family went out for some target practice in a field. The father set up some cans and bottles as targets, showing his son how to aim the rifle. However, things got strange when the father noticed a figure running in the top right of the screen. In the last frames of the video, the figure is seen crouching on all fours on some rocks. Some viewers have speculated that it could be a Sasquatch or a Dogman, while others believe it could be something else entirely. What do you guys think? A death march. It was an ordinary day for the commuters in Boston until something bizarre caught their attention. In the middle of a busy road, a group of turkeys were circling around a dead cat. The strange sight was captured on video, and it left many people puzzled. Why were the turkeys behaving this way? Was it some kind of ritual, a warning? Some people believe that animals have a heightened sense of the supernatural and can see things that humans cannot. Could this be one of those instances? The mystery remains unsolved. A survival battle. Get ready for the ultimate scavenger showdown. In a remote area of Montana, a bald eagle and a coyote are caught on camera going head-to-head over a deer carcass. Despite the coyote's size advantage, the bald eagle's massive wingspan gives it an edge. The intense battle between these two skilled predators is like a game of chess, with each one trying to outsmart the other. In the end, the coyote snatches the juiciest piece of meat and makes a run for it, leaving the bald eagle to enjoy the rest of its hard-earned meal. A peace-loving animal. A bunch of tourists were out in the woods minding their own business when they stumbled upon a massive orangutan. Now let's face it, most of us would freak out at the sight of a wild ape. But this one was a real chill dude. It just sat there taking in the scenery before giving some major side-eye to the group. Then, like a true model, it picked out one lucky tourist and followed them around for a bit, striking a pose like it was on the cover of National Geographic. Who knew orangutans had such an eye for fashion? Ninja rats. This trail cam entry stars these ninja rats. They're small rodents that can be found in the desert, hopping around like kangaroos. But don't underestimate them just because of their size. When they're out searching for food, snakes might come after them, thinking they're an easy meal. But these ninja rats are ready to fight back. With their big legs and lightning-fast reflexes, they can easily kick a snake out of the way. So snakes better watch out because these little guys are not to be messed with. An unusual relationship. Check out this unexpected duo strolling together in the woods. A lion and a deer. Can you believe it? This trail cam footage is a rare and heartwarming sight, as lions are known to be the kings of the jungle and the ultimate predator. But here we see a deer following a lion without any fear, as if they're longtime pals or something. Who knows what really goes on in the animal kingdom? But one thing's for sure, this video is sure to make your day a little brighter and bring a smile to your face. A kangaroo visit. This footage shows the eerie sight of the kangaroo staring blankly at the owner as it repeatedly hits the door, sending shivers down the spine of viewers. The incident left many wondering what could have provoked the normally docile creature to behave in such a creepy manner. Was it a mere curiosity or something more sinister at play? Some even said that it could be the famous skinwalker. Amazonian dog. Now, the Amazon forest is like a home to all weirdest and strangest things and animals. And this is why people love putting their trail cams there. This time, they got footage of a rare Amazonian short-eared dog. It was thought to be a near-extinct species for quite some time, and the researchers were losing hope of finding any, and that is when they got their hands on this clip, in which this dog was seen sniffing around the forest like usual. Teams have been sent to find it so they can keep it in the preservatory and make sure it lives longer. A scary encounter. A man was out for a walk in the woods and was probably enjoying himself till he saw what no one was supposed to see. As he moved forward and came to the bridge, he saw a creepy clown trying to cross it. The clown was going to the other side, but as the man reacted to him by freaking out, he turned back and started moving towards him, which resulted in, of course, the man being freaked out more than before and running away. What are you guys doing if you end up in such a situation? Possum body slam skunk. Check out this hilarious video captured by a trail cam. It shows an epic fight between two of the tiniest creatures in the wild, a possum and a skunk. At first, they were a little far from each other, but as the fight got more intense, they started to come nearer and nearer. Finally, the possum decided to end it once and for all by body slamming the skunk. It's definitely one of those moments that you don't want to miss in the history of wildlife. Albino deer. A hunter in Tennessee was lucky enough to come across an unprecedented sight, an albino deer. Albino animals are quite rare in nature, and it's illegal to hunt or kill them. Thankfully, the hunter decided to only shoot the deer with his camera and share the remarkable footage online. The unique and natural white coat of the deer caught the attention of not only his fellow hunters, but also the locals, sparking curiosity and wonder. It's not every day that you get to witness such a beautiful and rare sight in the wild.
Cougar encounter. While on an early morning jog in Provo, Utah, Kyle Burgess thought he spotted a baby bobcat on the trail. To capture the moment, he began recording with his phone, only to discover it was a baby cougar. Suddenly, the mother cougar appeared, and what followed was a tense 6-minute standoff.
Oh. No!
Kyle attempted to scare the animal away by making loud noises and appearing large. Fortunately, the cougar eventually retreated, allowing Kyle to retrieve his phone safely. Enigmatic creature encounter. During one of their father-son outings, they stumbled upon a bizarre sight deep in the woods. A small cryptic being stood before them, resembling a bird or a penguin. The curious creature locked eyes with them, leaving the duo puzzled and shocked. Unable to identify the strange critter, they wisely decided to beat a hasty retreat, not willing to find out what it was or where it came from. The encounter became a cherished family tale, retold around campfires and family gatherings. They even drew sketches of the peculiar creature, trying to decipher its origin and purpose. The mystery entity continued to haunt their imaginations, and ours too. Cryptid encounter. A mysterious and otherworldly creature was captured on a trail camera lurking in the depths of the forest. Its appearance is obscured, but the long strides and thick fur coat suggests similarities to the infamous Sasquatch or Bigfoot. However, what stands out the most is its strange, hopping behavior. which adds to the enigma surrounding this elusive cryptid. Could it be a new species yet to be identified, or just an elaborate hoax? The footage leaves researchers and enthusiasts alike intrigued and eager to uncover the truth.
What the hell is that? What the hell?
Let's start our journey into the deep, dark world of the trail cams, from the Bigfoots, cryptids, and ghost girls to the sneakiest killers and the night walkers. Here are the most unbelievable trail cam captures that no one expected. A scary creature. This video was captured by a brave soul who thought it would be a really great idea to go out alone into the deep woods at night. He thought he'd end up meeting some unusual beings and, well, guess what? He got exactly what he was expecting. A creepy little cryptid staring right at him from behind the tree. Was it just waiting for the right moment to attack, or was it too scared to come out? The mystery has been unsolved since forever. Creepy trees. Considering the last clip, if you think the woods are only creepy and unsafe at night, let us tell you how wrong you are. And this video will prove it to you. These trees were recorded moving. Like, literally moving from one place to another. Was it the neighborhood that annoyed them, or they felt unsafe due to humans? We could never know since trees don't talk. A cryptid. Now this one might be just an image taken by a trail cam and not a whole video, but this single image is enough for us to get an idea about how eerie and unbelievable life in the woods can be. Was it an alien or just an animal from an unusual angle? We can't say for sure, but you let us know if you have any ideas. Cross River Gorillas. If you think it's just another usual trail cam video which shows gorillas sitting here and there and busy with their normal routine, that's not the case. These aren't just any gorillas. These are the Cross River gorillas, and sadly they're endangered with only 200 individuals left to survive. In fact, these are the rarest gorillas on the whole planet. And this trail cam happened to capture these majestic creatures living their lives in Cameroon.
Deadly fight. Here's another frightening clip of a huge predator whose deadly fight quickly grabbed the attention of millions after it was posted online. Filmed in the woods of northern Saskatchewan, a massive black predator was attempting to hide behind the bushes while setting a goal to attack the dog that was enjoying a day out with its owner. After setting the perfect angle, the monster jumped out and turned out to be a huge wolf who was aiming to tear off the dog. However, the dog managed to strike back and was able to run back to its owner after scaring off the hungry beast. The sleeping beast. Some say Sasquatch is just a myth, but what about this huge hairy beast that was spotted during the daytime? While collecting the data and evidence for more than 5 years, a team of researchers achieved the goal of their lives after they captured a glimpse of the shyest legendary creature. The massive hairy beast was spotted resting among the dense woods of Kentucky in June 2005, which was claimed to be fake by many. However, according to the team, the sleeping beast was actually a female Sasquatch, as they have also claimed to get DNA proof of that Sasquatch's existence. Bulky bear. How huge can a bear be? This much? Or this much? Well, why don't I show you a genuinely massive bear that was captured walking in Minnesota's National Park in March 2022. With chunky curves, bulky figures, and a belly swinging from side to side, the huge black predator was literally struggling to lift its enormous weight on its poor limbs. Since it is uncommon for black bears to put on this much weight, either this bear was coming out of hibernation, or its belly was filled up with fluids due to some disease. What are your thoughts, guys? Because this would probably be the fattest bear captured by a trail cam ever. Massive snow monster. Filmed at Kingman Stone, the highest point in Tennessee, a group of tourists noticed some bizarre movements in the nearby hill. Spying on them while hiding behind the overgrown woods was a black, hairy, Hulk-sized figure. Let's take a closer look. Due to the thick woods, it was impossible to identify the camouflaging figure that was first assumed to be a huge bear, but a lady in this video could be heard saying, "Bigfoot."
He's see it? Look. Right here.
So, could it be a legendary Bigfoot? Or just another snow monster? Don't forget to share your views below.
Mysterious teleportation. In this intriguing video recorded by a drone in the United States, an extraordinary claim of teleportation unfolds before our eyes. Initially, we observe a man casually strolling by the roadside when, astonishingly, he suddenly disappears into thin air. The mind races with questions. Where did he go? And how did he manage such an incredible feat? As the footage circulated, it ignited a wave of curiosity and speculation, leaving viewers in awe and wonder. Yet despite the buzz it created, further information remains elusive. Until more details emerge, this enigmatic event continues to spark fascination. Clever monkeys. In this trail camera footage, a group of curious monkeys makes an appearance. At the beginning of the video, their inquisitive nature is evident as they approach the camera, examining it with great interest. One brave monkey even dares to get up close for a better look at the mysterious device. However, what seemed like an innocent curiosity soon takes an unexpected turn. After some playful interactions, the monkeys reveal their true intentions. They were planning to steal the camera all along. As the camera starts to move, it becomes apparent that these primates are up to no good. Their mischievous behavior leaves us in awe of their intelligence and resourcefulness, proving once again that the natural world is full of surprises and mysteries. Enigmatic forest lights. In this video, a mysterious scene unfolds during the nighttime tranquility of a dense forest. Strange lights flicker in the distance, appearing and disappearing, captivating the owner's attention. Curiosity ensues as there are no visible houses nearby, and few people venture into this remote forest, especially at such late hours. As the footage plays, the peculiar movement of the light from one part to another adds to the intrigue. Speculations arise. Could it be lost hikers seeking their way out? Or is it something else at play? Such enigmatic occurrences have sparked interest in similar inexplicable events.
Massive croc. Famous as the man-eating croc, this croc has been in the headlines for quite some time now, as it had killed 2 people in the African village near a national park. Not ready to lose more lives, the villagers decided to tie the deadly croc and send it over to the wildlife center. But they were surprised with the massive size of it, as it was a full 2-meter-long crocodile. Furious with the villagers tying it up, see how the beast fights with the strings, trying to free itself. But luckily, the wildlife workers arrived in time and took the killing croc to a better place, where it will stay away from innocent people. Stuck in tree. These people, while taking a stroll in the woods, were shocked to see the miserable scene, as they spotted a fully grown moose strangely stuck between the 2 trees. Ascending quickly, thinking that there might be a chance to save the poor elk, they were disappointed to see that it had already expired. But what could be the reason that the elk had to end up like this? Well, it turned out that the huge animal was running at a speed of 40 miles per hour. Therefore, it could not determine the distance between the 2 trees and became the source of its own misery. And here, trapped in a tree, was nothing left of the buck other than its antlers, as the rest of the body had been eaten by wild animals. Stalking creature. Reaching the top of the hiking mountain, these hikers had no idea that they had another companion. Recording the incredible views, one of the girls could be heard asking the other about the creep in the woods.
My God, that's crazy.
And there it is, a humanoid brute. Though standing on the other side, he has his eyes on the hikers. Not blinking for a second and taking his eyes away from the group, it feels like the cryptid is planning a strike. But disappointedly, there could be a possibility of the video being edited. And if not, what could this creature be? Hopping monster. Hopping like a monkey at first, the The monster took advantage of the people's ignorance and swiftly covered most of the distance between them. Making its way towards them, the hungry beast was coming fast, but realizing that it had been spotted by the people, suddenly vanished behind the bushes. It gave the impression of being the least interested in them, as it planned to attack the people. But then, coming out again, this time a little furious, the beast tried to come straight at them and force them to run and save their lives. Ghostly spirits. Walking in the Stansted Forest across a small town in the UK, this man captured something creepy. As along the fog, there were some ghostly spirits, too, that were floating in the air. Some of them looked like an old woman, others were of a child, and the rest were distorted, as nothing could be made out of them. According to the locals who live near the forest, these are the spirits of an old couple that accidentally came in front of the railway track nearby and were sadly killed. And ever since then, they have been haunting the people visiting the forest.
Breathing Earth. So there's this really weird thing that a camera caught in the forest. It looked like the Earth was moving up and down, almost like it was taking a break from spinning and going around the sun. People call it the breathing Earth because it's like the ground is breathing. This happens when the wind is strong and the ground is loose. It can be pretty scary if you don't know what's going on. You might think the Earth is going to swallow you up. It's definitely one of the craziest things ever caught on trail camera. A massive spider. Someone caught a really creepy video and posted it online. It shows a creature that looks like a spider or maybe a crab, and it scared a lot of people. At first, I thought it was just a dog dressed up in a spider suit, but when I took a closer look, I realized it definitely wasn't a dog. The only dog in the video looked totally freaked out by the weird bent-legged things too. So we're all pretty confused about what it could be. Buck shedding antlers. So there was this male deer in Ottawa, Canada that got caught on camera losing its antlers. It might seem strange to us, but it's actually a regular thing for male deer to lose their antlers in winter to make way for new ones. The shedding process usually happens from late winter to early spring. It was funny to see that the deer in the video seemed surprised by what was happening and ran away looking confused. Weird lights. It's really hard to figure out what those lights in the sky are. Some people think they might be aliens, but others think it's just a bug in front of the camera. Do you think this means aliens are visiting us, or maybe they're here but we don't even know it? Also, what about those strange flying objects we sometimes see? The government just released a report on them, but there's still not enough evidence to know for sure what they are. Bird murmuration. We know how birds travel from one place to another in flocks, all flying together to search for new places to live and feed, right? But this murmuration of a massive flock of birds was just something else. Even the researchers said they'd never seen such a kind of behavior in birds before, and that it might be alarming as well. And unusual phenomenon. Do you doubt the existence of Bigfoot and other creatures like that? Well, check this out. There's some drone footage that might make you think twice. In the video, you can see some enormous trees shaking like crazy as if a giant monster is trying to pull them out of the ground. And we're not talking about puny trees. These ones are huge and super tall. No way could a person or machine do something like that. So do you still believe that Bigfoots are just made-up stories?
A mummified dog. We all adore dogs, right? But have you seen Stucky, the dog that got mummified? A farmer discovered this well-preserved dog while working in the forest and cutting down trees. Trapped inside a tree trunk, he was protected from predators, insects, and the weather. How did this occur, you may wonder? It's a mystery. Some theories propose that the dog might have become trapped and died while inside the oak tree. Whatever the reason, it's truly astonishing to witness how well nature can preserve things. Take a look at the picture of Stucky, and you'll understand why it's simultaneously eerie and magnificent. Horse eating chicken. Get ready to be amazed by something incredible, straight from the farm. If you love horses and think they're the most gentle creatures, you might want to take a seat for this. In this video, we witness a horse doing something unexpected, devouring a family of chickens by eating one of the little chicks. The mother chicken tries her best to protect her offspring, but she's no match for the enormous horse. It's shocking to observe such behavior from a seemingly peaceful animal, but it serves as a reminder that animals can surprise us in various ways. A spy gorilla. Trail cameras mounted on trees recording animals is an old thing now. Spy cameras dressed and set as actual animals is the new thing now, and we see that in this video, which shows a spy gorilla camera in action. At first, the clan thought it to be weird and had to do a little inspection before they made the decision that the gorilla is no harm, so they'll let it stay. And that's when the camera recorded the beautiful moments of the gorilla family. A mutant calf. A farmer in North Macedonia was ecstatic as his cow was expected to deliver twins, but what actually happened left him in shock. Instead of 2 healthy calves, a mutant calf with 2 heads was born. The skulls were fused together, and it was unclear what caused this strange occurrence. Despite surviving for a few days, the vets believed they would not live much longer. But according to the latest news, the calf is still alive. Maybe it'll actually live just as long as usual calves do. A scary ghost. Let's check out this clip captured on a home security camera outside a house. You can hear faint footsteps before a blurry figure appears and moves across the screen. Since the video quality is poor, it's hard to make out any details. Is it a prowler, or could it be something paranormal? Upon closer inspection, the figure seems to briefly disappear when it reaches the center of the screen. This leaves us wondering if it's just a camera glitch, or if there's something more sinister going on. Two-headed cow. In 2015, a farmer named Dwight Cruz in Florida had an astonishing experience when his cow gave birth to a calf with 2 faces. The calf, named Annabelle, had 2 heads, 4 eyes, 2 ears, 2 mouths, and 2 noses. However, it also had 2 brains, which made it difficult for the calf to coordinate and feed from its mother. Consequently, the farm owner had to feed the poor baby with a bottle. Known as dicephalic parapagus, occurs when the embryo fails to split correctly during pregnancy and could be genetic.
Shadowy figure on forest road. Driving along a bumpy forest road, a man's car suddenly halted in its tracks. The driver tried to figure out a way out of the forest when something caught his eye. A shadowy figure swiftly crossing the road. The creature's bushy body and towering height matched the description of the legendary Bigfoot. The sight triggered intense speculation, but upon closer inspection, it turned out to be nothing more than a shadow. Despite the debunking, people remain determined to unravel the truth about these alleged Bigfoot sightings scouring the forest for answers. Creepy crawler's daytime stroll. In broad daylight, a strange and creepy figure was spotted strolling in the field. The bizarre dark entity, however, remained vague, keeping its face hidden from the watchful lens. As days passed, more footage emerged, this time capturing the shadowy creature invading a backyard. The chilling features of the crawler were now revealed, sending shivers down the spines of those who witnessed the videos. Speculation ran wild about the creature's identity, but its true nature remained a mystery. Could the same creepy crawler be behind both sightings? Close encounter with werewolf. In Brazil, one fateful night, a man claimed to have experienced a spine-chilling encounter with a werewolf. Unlike the common myth of full moon transformations, this horrific beast emerged on a pitch-black night. The man stumbled upon the creature hiding behind a wooden structure in the dark forest. Feeling watched, the man turned his camera towards the menacing figure. The werewolf, realizing it was being observed, lunged forward, attempting to attack the man. Fortunately, the quick-footed man escaped with just a glimpse of the terrifying beast. Aggressive Yeti. 6 years ago, the residents of a North American town woke up to an unbelievable sight that sent chills down their spines. The ground was covered in a pristine layer of white snow. But what caught everyone's attention were the unusual, mysterious footprints measuring 4 to 6 feet in length. A team of intrepid Sasquatch hunters ventured into the woods to investigate further. And what they encountered was beyond their wildest imagination. Amidst the trees stood a colossal hairy creature clutching torn camp pieces. It appeared to be an aggressive Yeti, But the shocking encounter ended abruptly, leaving the truth buried in the snow. The dog chased hairy beast. Several years back, a man decided to capture wildlife moments using a camera mounted on his dog's collar. While exploring the lush habitat of wild critters, the curious dog unwittingly filmed an extraordinary sight. A massive hairy creature emerged from the woods, passing right in front of the camera. Some thought it could be a bear, but this beast had an uncanny resemblance to the mythical Bigfoot. The mystery deepens. Could it be the mysterious Bigfoot or another furry enigma wandering in the woods?
The elusive megamouth. Fisher folk in a remote area of the Philippines stumbled upon an extraordinary find: the rare and mysterious megamouth shark. This deep-sea dweller, typically found at a staggering depth of 15,000 feet, measured an astounding 15 feet in length. Biologists were thrilled to study the rare specimen, which eventually found a place in the country's Science Museum. The discovery opened a new window into the lesser-known depths of the ocean and added to the allure of the Philippines as a hub of unique and enigmatic creatures. Bear encounter. Witnessing bears in a moat might sound like an unforgettable sight, but this crowd of watchers found it frightening. While bears usually avoid humans or charge to protect their territory, this particular bear seemed unfazed by the spectators. It leisurely swam in the moat, seemingly unaffected by the rowdy crowd above. As the bear exited the moat and approached the tourists, panic set in, and the crowd decided it was time to retreat. Surprisingly, this moat is a regular hangout spot for a gang of bears who have found solace in this secluded area. Humans rarely intrude in their territory, as these formidable creatures wouldn't take kindly to any encroachment. Mysterious creature. Two women exploring the woods stumbled upon a strange and small creature, seemingly clutched onto a tree. The enigmatic entity had a thick fur coat and was about the size of a bear cub. Uncertain of its nature, the woman quickly retreated, leaving the mystery unsolved. Such encounters with unknown creatures often fuel curiosity and speculation, reminding us that there are still many mysteries to be unraveled in the natural world. Switzerland's Bigfoot. This weird footage has left the residents of Switzerland perplexed and frightened for over a decade. This mysterious figure, dressed in a cape and gas mask, is said to haunt the woods of Switzerland, walking the same route daily. When authorities went to investigate, the figure seemed to vanish, raising questions about its true nature. Several encounters with the Bigfoot-like figure have been reported, and witnesses describe feeling scared and uneasy in its presence. The chilling appearances have given rise to eerie comparisons to other legendary creatures. Whether this is a man seeking chaos or the true spirit of haunting the wilderness, it remains an unsolved mystery that continues to terrify the locals.
An unknown girl. A man with his dog was out camping in the woods. The man thought it'd be a good idea to enjoy some moments of peace and solace with just his dog and himself. But what he did not know was that his peace was about to be ruined by some unusual circumstances. At first, his dog started getting scared without any reason and refused to come out of the camper. According to the man, he usually doesn't do that. And after a while, a man spotted a girl wearing all white going into the forest. That was enough to make him pack his stuff and go back to his home. But who was that girl? I guess we may never know, but it's definitely a chilling thought to ponder. A strange light. Even though we title this one as The Strange Light, a UFO might suit this one more, but we leave it for you to decide. A Ring camera in Bakersfield recorded a bizarre light descending from the sky towards the ground. It was only visible for a brief moment, but it was enough to make us wonder if we're not alone in this universe. Some people are saying it could be a UFO, but what do you think? Is this evidence that aliens are planning to invade Earth? Or is there a more logical explanation? We're dying to know your thoughts in the comments. A black being. Sometimes people come up with the strangest ideas, and this man was no exception. While taking a stroll through the woods, he decided to strap a camera to his back. And thank goodness he did, because he captured something really bizarre. When he got home and checked the footage, he noticed a dark creature lurking on the edge of the frame. It seemed to be staring right at him, but for some reason, it didn't attack. What was it? A predator sizing up its prey, or just a curious critter? We'll probably never know for sure, but it sure does make for a creepy video. Fighting bugs. They say boys will be boys, and this video quite seems to be saying that yes, boys will be boys no matter if they are humans or some bugs trying to fight each other. While the other two seem to be grazing grass pretty peacefully, the two in the background decided to have a boxing match. One was so excited that the other even started hopping towards the other. Was it trying to be a kangaroo or something? Nonetheless, this clip is quite hilarious. Bear self-love. Alright folks, hold on to your hats for this one. We've got a black bear in Boulder, Colorado who's taken over the camera game. That's right, this bear is the new selfie king. Apparently, this curious bear stumbled upon a motion sensor camera and decided to have some fun with it. The result? Over 400 pictures of the bear making different poses, giving his best smoldering look, and even trying out some silly faces. I mean, this bear didn't let go of the camera until it was satisfied that all its pictures were Instagram-worthy. The Tasmanian Devil. In the deep woods of southwest Victoria, a mysterious creature lurked in the shadows. Its movements were calculated, and its appearance was something you won't normally see anywhere. Experts believe this was the extinct Tasmanian tiger, also known as the thylacine, caught on camera in 2008. The footage shows the animal at dusk, approximately 200 meters from the camera. Its size and distinctive features left no doubt that this was the Tasmanian Devil. A nanny cam ghost. This creepy video has surfaced online that shows a nanny cam capturing a ghostly figure lurking behind a baby. The parents claim that they have noticed this strange activity before, with their baby being scratched, but this is the first time they were able to capture it on camera. The figure appears to be lurking in the background, but its presence is enough to send shivers down your spine. Watch the video and let us know what you think. Is this just a hoax or something more sinister? Lion versus fly. A video clip recently emerged showing a lion in Africa struggling with a persistent fly. The lion is lying in the grass, seemingly at peace, when a fly starts to buzz around its face. It tries to wave the fly away with its paw, but the fly keeps coming back. Not knowing how to get rid of the weird thing, it becomes frustrating. Still, to no use of course, the fly is undeterred and continues to annoy the lion. The clip is a humorous portrayal of the lion's struggles with a pesky fly, and highlights the unexpected challenges that even the strongest predators can face in the wild. A surfing heron. A recent video captured an unusual scene of a heron surfing on the back of a hippopotamus in a body of water. The heron appears to be standing on the surface of the water, but is actually riding on the back of the hippo. The hippo seems unfazed by the bird's presence, and both animals appear to be having a relaxed time together. The scene is a rare and entertaining example of different species interacting in the wild. A swimming scallop. A recent video has captured the amazing swimming abilities of scallops. The clip shows the scallops propelling themselves through the water using their powerful muscle contractions. It's a surprising sight, as scallops are typically known as sedentary creatures. However, scallop swimming is actually a crucial anti-predation strategy. They have many predators in the ocean, including crabs and starfish, who prey upon them. By swimming, they're able to quickly escape these attacks and increase their chances of survival. This type of swimming is of clear survival value and highlights the remarkable adaptations of these creatures to their underwater environment.
Aliens and UFOs. The video starts with a challenge for non-believers in aliens. It claims to have captured a 9-foot-tall being and witnessed strange objects falling from the sky, possibly alien spacecraft. The footage shows lights in the night sky, quite like those from sci-fi movies. But hold on, let's not jump to conclusions just yet. The video maker found something interesting. Another video featuring the same alien creature was posted a day before. All this alien stuff went viral. Are these sightings genuine, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? Weird pig. In this video, we explore a unique and mysterious sighting from around the world. First, we have a pig from China with an unusual facial shape, making it look a bit scary. Despite its quirky appearance, We can't help but feel sorry for the poor pig as it struggles to breathe and sticks its tongue out in a funny way. A sewer creature. In some places, unusual things have been caught on camera, leaving people bewildered. When mysterious sounds echoed from the sewers, the authorities set up a camera to investigate. To their surprise, the footage revealed glowing eyes like creatures inspecting the area, only to flee upon spotting the camera. Alien Scout. During a camping trip near Big Bear Lake in California, a couple and their neighbors were in for a bizarre surprise. Out of nowhere, a small possum-like being appeared, resembling the fictional character Dobby from Harry Potter, but with a green hue. Everyone was taken back by the unexpected encounter, and some even wondered if it could be an alien scout, especially considering a UFO was sighted in the area the day before. Wildlife experts are now scratching their heads, trying to figure out what this mysterious creature could be. The strange appearance sparked a mix of excitement and curiosity among those who witnessed it. The mysterious shady beast. In a video recorded by a fisherman returning from a catch, a strange sight unfolded. A huge furry creature was perched on top of a pole, attempting to catch seagulls. This raised eyebrows since gorillas aren't known to hunt birds. The furry animal managed to capture a seagull and began bashing it aggressively on the pole, displaying its incredible strength. Later, it started eating the seagull. Many speculated it might be a gorilla, but there's uncertainty about it. The video left viewers puzzled and curious about what this creature truly is.
A suspected alien. When a man decided to act brave and go and investigate a haunted house, he did not expect that he would actually find something very creepy inside. As he moved forward while filming the house, his camera landed on a dark figure staring straight at him, which of course freaked the man out, and the video ended there. What exactly was that thing? Does it look like an alien to you? Again it. When these pictures hit the internet, they caused quite a stir. People were shocked to see a small cat perched on the backs of several larger animals, and wondered how could they be so calm about it. Some even joked that the cat must be the new queen of the animal kingdom. However, experts chimed in with a more practical explanation. The cat, again it, probably climbed on the animals to get a better vantage point for hunting. Talk about being a crafty hunter. An alien on roof. So this guy in Brazil was minding his own business when he saw something strange on a rooftop and started filming. The footage shows a bizarre creature that looks like a massive ant chilling on the roof. Some people are convinced it's an alien, but to me, it just looks like a really big ant. I mean, who knows what kind of creepy crawlies are out there in Brazil, right? The weirdest part is that the creature disappears right after the guy spots it. What was it up to? We may never know. A massive spider. Okay, so we stumbled upon this video online, and it's given me the heebie-jeebies. It's basically a ginormous spider, seriously massive, climbing up a building. I mean, who even wants to encounter this thing in real life? I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the star of my nightmares for the next few weeks. But to be honest, I'm not even sure if it's real or just some kind of prank. Either way, I'm not taking any chances and staying far away from wherever this was recorded. A glowing creature. While some people were out late at night, they lost their way and ended up on a creepy road. Not knowing where to go, they stopped their car and were looking here and there. That is when this creepy glowing creature comes out from one side and runs to disappear on the other. It appeared to be on all four legs and was running in a very weird way to consider it a human. For some, it was a skinwalker, while for others, it was nothing but a hoax. But what do you guys think? Alien-like creature. Talking about strange creatures spotted in the woods, there's also this video. A man found this creepy tiny thing lying on the ground in the forest. While recording it, the man tried moving it with the help of a stick, but it was of no use as this thing wasn't alive. But with such a strange appearance, what even was that? Some kind of alien? A close call. In this trail cam footage, we first see a boy cycling on a steep path in the forest. It all appears quite normal as the boy comes into the scene cycling and goes away. But after a few seconds, we see him coming back, this time quite terrified. And then we see what exactly he was terrified of: a bear. We see the boy holding his bike up, trying to scare the bear away. But it didn't look like it was working until he started yelling and using his bike to scare the bear away. Good thinking, lad. A suspected werewolf. It was a strange night in a quiet Virginia neighborhood as a couple's trash was raided by an unknown creature. A quick look at their security footage revealed a bizarre animal lurking in the shadows, initially thought to be a bear. However, this theory was soon dismissed as the area was far from any wooded area or zoos. But things got even weirder when the couple noticed odd behavior from their next-door neighbor, including blank stares and uncanny human-like habits. Could it be that werewolves are real and their neighbor is one of them? If it were me, I'd start packing my bags and planning my escape. Strange flying creature. Here's a video that's got people scratching their heads. It was shot in California and shows what happens to be a figure floating high up in the sky. Some are saying it's none other than Jesus himself, while others are convinced it's just a balloon. The footage was taken by a man who saw the figure descending from the clouds, and now everyone's debating what it could possibly be. A Bigfoot. In a small town, loud howling noises were keeping people up at night. Kids were scared and adults didn't want to venture out late. But what exactly was that thing who had gotten everyone scared? To check that, they all put trail cams around the woods, and what they captured was something out of this world. A Bigfoot-like figure was seen roaming around. Everyone was shocked by the footage. Now, investigators are trying to figure out if it was really Bigfoot or just a prankster pulling a fast one. A clown in woods. Trail cams are usually used to catch animals in their natural habitat, but sometimes they capture something unexpected. For instance, this clip where a man wearing a clown mask was recorded on a trail cam. The point here is, what exactly was this man doing so late at night, so deep in the woods? Considering it was a man, of course, we can't say anything if it was a ghost or something, you know? Well, this creepy clown came straight towards the camera and stared into it for a few seconds for God knows for what reason, leaving us all wondering what other mysteries might be lurking there. A UFO. It isn't just animals or creepy humans that trail cams have recorded. There are times when they capture something more otherworldly and strange in nature. For instance, a UFO. In this footage, we see a light which glows in the darkness of the night, high above in the sky, and then disappears. Now for sure that wasn't a plane, because that's not how planes work, right? But then, what was it? My guess is a UFO. Do let us know what you guys think. Trail cam destruction. Speaking of trail cams, we have to share this adorable clip that we came across. A mama bear and her cub can both be seen wandering around the forest. The baby bear is all in for having fun and decides to take out its energy on the trail cam nearby. He comes straight towards the camera and gives it a good whack. The best part, Mama Bear doesn't seem to care at all. She continues grazing on some grass, completely unfazed by her cub's shenanigans. It's just another day in the life of a mama bear with an energetic cub.
Bobcat hunts deer. This deer hunter was surprised to spot another one in his backyard camera. A man from Pulaski County shares footage of the bobcat attacking a doe at night. But the thing which shocked him was the size of the cat, as it was way smaller than the doe. Sadly, not a video, but the man shares a series of pictures showing the incredible attack. Here is the deer on the ground, and that's when the ambush predator makes his first move. And at last, a strong bite on the neck, and here it is, the miserable end of the poor fawn. Striking and striking really hard. Here, see how it takes down the venomous rattlesnake with only its paws. Coyote and deer. An injured buck could be seen standing in front of the trail camera, and behind it, there were two small but extremely hungry coyotes waiting for the buck to pass out so they could enjoy their meal. And though awake, it feels like the buck has lost all his hopes for life, as it does not fight with the coyotes approaching it. But it does not always end with the coyotes winning the fight. Like here, when the mama deer realized that a bush wolf had been following her fawns. She stands in front of the camera, gathers her 2 fawns, and goes off into the forest. And then, after a few moments, the mama deer was seen again, this time running after the coyote and missing it with some inches to catch it. And later, she was caught circling around a bushy tree, trying to catch the running coyote, though missed it, but yet saved her babies from the predator. Hyena chases wildebeest. Capturing the herd of wildebeest in the safari, the people were given a surprise by the coyote that came rushing towards them. Though the rest of them follow the rule, stick to the herd, one of them can be seen separating. And taking advantage, the predator started following it, even though taking it a little far. The coyote was still struggling to catch it. Playing the run and chase game for some time, they were both spotted again, but the wildebeest was caught fighting the predator off. But, tired of the chase, the animal met his fate at last. Running predator. Driving near an abandoned town, a man spotted this scary animal walking ahead of his car. Not recognizing it at first, he thought that he had spotted a creature straight from the other world because of its half-bushy body and the scary-looking figure in the dark. And it was when he flashed a light over it that the man realized it was not something creepy, but he had actually spotted a hyena that was looking horrid due to no light present in the area. And the creepy thing coming out of its mouth is the half of a body of a wild animal, most probably a deer, or perhaps a zebra. Wood chase. Long gone are the days when the mountain lion didn't used to interact with people, because now they are often seen encountering hunters, and, well, they do chase the hikers too. Like here, when a hiker came across a furious cougar on the trail.
I promise. I'm going away. I'm going away.
Trying and literally begging for the cougar to leave him, the man headed back, but could not look behind him, because that would be an open invitation for the hungry predator, as it was already waiting for an opportunity to attack the man. Though the video ends in the middle of the chase, the man did mention his safe return when he uploaded the video. And here, there was a bear that was caught chasing the cyclist in the forest. Suddenly coming among the woods, the bear rushed toward the cyclist. Though riding fast, the man was surprised by a fallen tree, and then quickly coming to his feet, he ran towards the right side of the woods, and was luckily saved from the attacker. Strange eyes. These sinister eyes caught on a trail cam have got the people on edge, as they've not spotted anything like this before. Relating it with a wild animal, people suggested that these could be the eyes of a wild boar. But here, I've done it for you. These are the eyes of a wild boar, and here are the glowing eyes caught in the forest. Do you think they match? Some believe that it could be the goat man that was caught on camera, a legendary creature that has half the body of a goat and the rest of a human. But these are just assumptions, as nobody knows for certain whose eyes these were. Mysterious stalker. While the deers have been spotted many times and been stalked by demons and extraterrestrial beings, this one was believed to be one such capture, as the deer could be seen standing near to the unknown animal. So, the people called it another demonish creature that was caught on camera, until the researchers revealed that it was not a ghostly creature, but was actually a wolverine that had been stalking the deer, as they are often caught running after them, like here. Though this one was caught at a different location, it will make you understand the picture easily, as the wolverine could be seen running at remarkably high speed while chasing a deer swimming on the lake.
Bigfoot. You must be thinking it's too dark and too blurry to actually determine that's a Bigfoot going about in the woods, but the size of the creature and what we can make out from the darkness, I don't see any chance of it being some other animal other than Bigfoot. I mean, we can see it walking on 2 feet and it being all dark and hairy, and its size as compared to the trees is pretty huge. Ask me, and I'd say it's a Bigfoot for sure. A Mongolian death worm. This man had heard that mysterious creatures lurk in the desert, especially at night. So he did what anyone would do, set up a camera and waited for the night to pass so he could go check if it captured anything unusual. And to his surprise, it actually did. What was it? A death worm? An alien? A monster? We'll give you a moment to take a guess. But when he inspected it all, it turned out it was just a buffalo. But scary nonetheless. Don't worry, man, we were just as confused as you were. A wolf man. In June 2022, a man's security camera happened to click a photo which had the whole world in shock. Even the mainstream media couldn't help but feature it. They called it the Wolf Man. Nobody had any idea if that was someone playing a prank or was it really a wolf man? Sasquatch. At first, the residents of the area thought it was just a coyote responsible for the missing animals and spreading fear everywhere, so they set up cameras everywhere in hopes of catching the animal in the act. However, what the camera ended up recording was something that blew their minds. A huge creature was seen lurking in the woods. And what else could it be except for the famous Sasquatch, right? It was never caught, but was never seen ever again either. Maybe it's since that humans have come about it. A gliding creature. What do we call a person gliding through the streets? Not walking like normal human beings, but moving in some otherworldly form? We call it a ghost, and a ghost is what this CCTV camera ended up recording. Now, don't ask me whose ghost it was, because I don't know about that, but it does seem like in a hurry. Maybe he was going on his daily haunting duty. What do you say? A mysterious figure. A crooked, glowing creature moving in the weirdest way possible in the street. If I ever see something like that, I'm going to leave the country for good. I don't know how these people get the courage to actually stand there and record such stuff. And, well, as soon as this video hit the internet, it had everyone in shock. Questions arising from everywhere about the authenticity of the clip and the identity of the creature, but the questions had been unanswered ever since. A sneaky killer. How fast is a mountain lion, and how sneaky is it? If you find yourself wondering such questions, then we're here to give you answers. As this mountain lion sneaked up on the deer, and the deer was all clamped in its claws in a matter of mere seconds, and good thing this was all captured on a trail cam installed somewhere in California. And if you notice, the leap is right on the neck, fast and on target. Amazing.
Mysterious shadowy figure. In this security footage taken in a back alley, we witness some kids taking bikes. But something truly strange happens in the background. A pair of shadowy legs walk by, returning and seemingly reaching out to one of the boys, who turns around in surprise. The figure appears again before the clip ends, leaving viewers intrigued. Paranormal investigators believe these entities may be spiritual beings or lost souls, while others guess they could be interdimensional beings or even aliens. Reports of shadowy people from around the world share remarkable similarities, with some experiencing their presence during sleep paralysis. Though it's fascinating to consider these possibilities, we can always seek comfort under a blankie when spooked, knowing that these shadows can't get us there. A figure in the wilderness. Imagine stumbling upon this bizarre sight while going through your trail cam footage. You'd probably think one of two things. First, that a scarecrow had mysteriously detached from its pole, perhaps off to visit the Wizard of Oz. Or second, you might feel like you're wandering into a woodsy version of Elm Street. There's simply no logical explanation for a human-looking figure with a peculiar hat sprinting through the woods. It's enough to give anyone the chills and leave you wondering what on earth or beyond it you could have witnessed. Sometimes, nature can truly surprise us with the most inexplicable and eerie encounters, leaving us with more questions than answers.
A land of ancient civilization, Egypt holds in it the most bizarre, terrifying, and peculiar creatures. Some are remains of the dead, Others still out there trying to scare humans with their frightening features. Sit tight to see these mind-boggling things caught on camera. Tied mummy. An ancient criminal? Or proof of classic cruelty from our ancestors' time? Well, in truth, it's none of these. Found in a 1.8 meter deep pit, the body of a man believed to be in his mid-age was strangely tied and was buried 1,800 years ago in this burial chamber. But with his hand covering the face and whole body being tied with ropes, the mummy is not a victim, but actually it was a part of their custom that was practiced around hundreds of years ago. Yes, researchers believe that the whole binding process may have been some kind of ritual, practiced to preserve the bodies forever. Croc mummies. Either dead or alive, crocs will always scare humans to their cores. While digging the ancient tombs, the research workers found 12 crocs buried in the soil. Looking alive from afar, it felt like they might open their jaws at any moment, because their textured skin still looked fresh and the teeth were still intact within the jaws. The researchers were stunned when they got to know that the crocodiles had been buried 2,500 years prior, because how could something this old be in almost its original condition? Well, actually, they were preserved with a particular method which excluded wrappings and resin, which helped them keep their original condition. Abandoned alien. Strolling in the desert is an alien creature. Though it has a humanoid body with its extremely long limbs, thin skin, and the way it is walking with a stooped posture, it sure gives some eerie vibes to the onlookers. Because of the blurry video, some say that it is a chupacabra walking in the deserts and planning an attack on the livestock. A majority of the people believe that because it is found in a deserted area, it could be a mummy that decided to come alive after spending centuries in the coffin. Because how else could anyone explain the slim body of the weirdo walking in the middle of the day? Deserted whales. While we believe that fish and deserts are two parallel things, researchers in Egypt found whale carcasses right in the desert lands, and not just one or two. The desert was filled with bones, skulls, and huge carcasses of whales. In fact, these bones were so abundant in the land that it was given the name of Whale Valley. While folks were baffled, how could it be possible? According to investigators, it may be possible that in ancient ages, it was a result of a mass beaching, in which the whales and dolphins willingly strand themselves on land and die. And when the ocean moved further away, they may have been buried in the sand. Ancient skeleton. Statue. Standing in an Egyptian museum is this eerie statue, containing a perfectly carved body with its eyes resembling a human and always observing the people. The statue, being 4,500 years old and being held in the Museum of Cairo, is considered a wonder of ancient art. The statue has a perfectly plastered and painted outermost layer, but the most striking feature of the statue is no doubt its eyes. Made with sycamore wood, the fact that they are still present in almost their original form is quite impressive, as the researchers are trying to figure out the secret ingredient used to keep it so long-lasting. Bursting pool. Right in the middle of the desert, there's lava popping out, and it looks like it's about to explode on the onlookers' faces. But what is it? This question has been baffling people for so long. Some said it was the pit of the Sarlacc, a beast believed to be living beneath the desert sands. The others called it a desert monster coming out of its hiding place. But in reality, it's actually neither of these, as it was a small reserve of oil found in the middle of Egypt's desert. And due to extreme heat, the oil looked like it was about to burst out of the small hole. Sleeping girl. Looking like a sleeping child, the girl shocked the archaeologists when it was caught, because it felt like the girl would open its eyes at any moment. But actually, she had been dead for about 1,200 years, and was perfectly preserved, which muddled the researcher too. But her history is even more baffling. The girl was a teenager when she was sacrificed as a common religious practice of that time. Found in her hair were the signs of consuming alcohol and cocoa, which were given to her as a way to persuade her for the sacrifice, which actually means that she was drugged before the ritual took place. Concealed toads. Preserving the least expected things. The old customs are nothing but a mystery for the present world. Just like this, when a man, while digging an ancient tomb, unearthed a jar. While the other jars used to be filled with the organs of humans that died hundreds of years ago, this one was filled with 8 mummified toads. Yeah, toads, about 4,000 years old. And when they investigated them even further, the archaeologists were shocked to see that all 8 toads were decapitated before being preserved in the jar. But nobody knows what the purpose of preserving toads was. Were they considered holy in the past world? Or is there some mystery in it we cannot ever unveil? Preserved victim. While preservation of the old elite people is something we're used to, a preserved murder victim was something new even for the archaeologists. Not manually buried, but being dumped in a peat bog, the corpse was naturally preserved. Meet the 2,400-year-old corpse, known as the Tulland Man. Found deep in a bog with its neck tied with rope, the researchers were able to determine that the corpse had been hung. For what purpose, no one knows. But one thing there is the last meal he had eaten before he was put to death, which turned out to be porridge and some fish. Exposed grave. Not a mummy, but a man's camera caught a bizarre scene from a cemetery. He spotted a half-open grave in the middle of the cemetery, and taking a closer look, the man's camera recorded the skeleton of a human, probably 1.8 meters tall, lying inside. Not knowing how the grave opened, the guy went a little inside, and he was shocked to see some more skulls placed on the grave's corner. And that was not it, as human legs and some other body parts were also present inside it, which definitely didn't belong to the single person. So what was going on here? Let me know what you think. Mummified Queen. With her veins still red, skin still tough, the lady, known as the Queen of Mummification, is said to be the wealthiest woman of her time. Sleeping along with the valuables that were placed inside her tomb, she showed the signs of wealth and prosperity, and the researchers assumed that this might be the reason behind the exemplary preservation of the lady, because even after being dead for hundreds of years, her joints were still flexible, even though her eyelash and nose hair were still intact, and it looked like a corpse of a recently deceased person, rather than someone who had died centuries ago. Dino people. If you used to believe that humans came following the dinosaurs' extinction, then get ready to be proven wrong. As buried underneath a tomb, scientists discovered something strange yet fascinating. They unearthed hundreds of figurines containing the figure of humans and dinosaurs, and both of them along with each other. And even some of them showed people riding the dinosaurs, which potentially proves that there might have been some time in the ancient eras where both of these creatures used to live together, but probably for a very short period of time, that no signs other than these thousands of year old figurines were found. Gold mummies. This is the Valley of the Gold Mummies, where multiple people are taking their eternal sleep, covered in gold, containing a rich culture filled with distinct traditions. Egyptians highly impacted their surroundings, just like the Romans, who, when invading Egypt, adopted the process of mummification, and that in gold, obsessed with the idea of gold. The Egyptians used to believe that the gods were made up of gold, so when their kings died, they used to cover their bodies in gold-plated coffins, and sometimes even covered their faces with gold so that they could become a divine being in the afterlife. Sewer monster. While exploring the ancient caves, a group of explorers decided to go a little further inside it, in search of some old treasures that might be hidden there. When not being able to locate anything, the group decided to head back towards their car. But it turned out someone really didn't want them to go back, as when heading back, one of the boys heard something coming from an ancient drainage system a little distant from the caves. And there it was, a strange creature, a cryptid, that even though locked in the bars, was trying all of its efforts to come out and catch the group.
Okay.
But luckily, the group made it out unharmed. Unicorn remains. While many of us believe that unicorns belong to the fictional world and don't belong to our world, a man's camera caught the unexpected, a unicorn skull half buried in the sand. And when it was brought to the researchers, they revealed something that might disappoint you, as these ancient unicorns are nothing like we expected them to be, and are more recent than the humans had assumed. Because in reality, the unicorns did not resemble the horses, but actually were something quite like rhinos, with a single horn over its head, that roamed the earth about 29,000 years ago. Coffins of Saqqara. Found inside the tomb of Saqqara are buried the rarest and the most fascinating coffins. An archaeologist was shocked when he accidentally found a chamber of huge figurines that were buried there about 2,000 years ago. And when they went inside, the archaeologist was surprised to see hundreds of them placed inside the chamber. And not alone, they were placed along with gilded masks and falcons, and a lot of other antique things that showed signs of wealth, as no ordinary people were inside those coffins. Some of them were kings and queens of the 2,000-year-old world, and that proves that Saqqara was once a land of great importance. Egyptian witch. A man decided to visit a cave to see the ancient witch that is believed to be living there. At first, he was disappointed to have not spotted anything, but on his way back, he was shocked to see a creature sitting on the abandoned side of the mountain. The creature, or must I say the womanly beast wearing black clothes, had a strange appearance. Holding a stick made of animal skull, the cryptid's face was all covered. Furious for being followed by the man, the witch went inside, and even from a distance, it was clear that she was casting some sort of spell. Clearly for this reason, as she didn't want the boy to leave there alive. Lady Rye. A perfect example of embalming for the archaeologists. This is Lady Rye, discovered in 1881. She is believed to have died at 40 years of age, and is usually referred to as the oldest mummy which has ever been found. But other than being the oldest lady, Rye's body holds so many fascinating features. Her body was at first covered in linen clothing, and then for preservation, the people had used a mixture of resin and sand, which had helped in keeping the corpse intact. And her CT scan revealed that she had been suffering from atherosclerosis, which led to her death, a disease quite common in people from that age. Gowned man. Why is it always that in the darkest of nights, people decide to explore the creepiest of places? Well, there, right there, stands the answer to our question. While visiting the ancient detention center that was actually built to imprison the old criminals, hearing some weird voices, the visitors were sure that there was something strange going on in there. But, well, whatever it was, didn't give the people any time to react, as it popped right in front of them. Wearing a long white gown. Because the video cuts right there, nothing much is known of the eerie gowned man. But what do you think it actually was? Mystery creature. When caught on camera, a mysterious creature with a pale color was caught walking on an empty road at night. It was about 2 meters tall and was walking while scooching over. It had a human head, but relatively skinny body. And as soon as the video went viral, it started a debate among the paranormal enthusiasts. Some say it is a hoax, while others believe the video shows they have spotted similar things around their houses. But because the exact location of the creature was not known, nothing much about it was revealed. So, was it a ghost, a mummy, or an alien caught wandering? Cave ghost. Feeling that something is not right with the place, the man started recording to get proof of what he was seeing. It was wearing a white cape-like clothing and kept encountering the man, probably signaling him to go back. And there it was, a little far, but a creature with no legs and presumably no bones was caught at an abandoned place and strolling there for some time. The ghost-like creature went straight into the wall and disappeared. Because the video cuts there, not much is known about the creature. But do let me know what you think of this flying ghost. Seti the Mummy. Lying in the National Museum of Egypt, Seti's mummy has gained much importance for the last few years, as researchers have found something that has been keeping the mummy intact for years. Other than being usually packed and mummified like the rest, it looks like the ancient Egyptians used to be quite advanced in plastic surgery, as they have applied filters on the cheekbones and even on the head. That's how, even after being decapitated by some robbers 3,000 years ago, the mummy, covered in lots of clothing, still lies in the museum, as fresh as it can be. Inside the pyramids. Compared to our little knowledge, there are way more mysteries that the pyramids contain. Just like this beauty. Well, she's the beauty of the mummy's world. Officials say that when they discovered her and opened her coffin, she was wearing a gold crown on her head and jewelry as well. And because the lady was not identified, the fact that she was buried in an elite place and gold finery was buried along her determines the rank she belonged to. But there was something strangely unique in her, as the lady was not buried with her original eyes, but they had been replaced by wooden eyes that were carved exactly like real ones. Miniature coffins. While digging up a tomb of an ancient king in Egypt, the archaeologists came across the tiniest coffins, and inside them laid the tiniest mummies of stillborn babies of the king. Though the scientists know that such mutations and stillbirths were common in the ancient world, they were still investigating the fact that these two baby girls were born along with their father. But it was after some time they got to know that being buried along with girls was considered a luck charm, as the ancient people used to believe the girls and women as their protectors that would guide them in their afterlives. Oldest mummy. This 300-year-old mummy was found in the year 2020 and was believed to be something out of this world. Though the corpse was not present in its original form and was distorted from several parts, the researchers consider it a present from the past. The corpse was male with a height of 1.5 meters, covered in several pieces of clothes that were strongly tied with the corpse. The inside of the body looked like it was cremated before burial, but not just a single dead body, but several cremated parts of human bodies were also placed inside the coffin, which made the discovery even more suspicious. Underwater mysteries. Hiding underneath the water, the recent finds in an Egyptian city are not something you would see every day, as they belong to different parts of history. At one side of the Mediterranean Sea, archaeologists found the remains of a 2,200-year-old shipwreck that was struck by the giant blocks of a large temple from the city that had already sunk in the water before. And on the other side, they have also found an ancient burial ground from where different kinds of decorated pottery and gold amulets under the water were believed to be 2,400 years old. An archaeologist, while exploring the Great Pyramids of Egypt, had this strange experience. While going down through a wooden ladder, the man felt a strange movement deep down, so he paused there for a while. And there it was, a wild creature resembling a wolf and containing Satan horns on his head was approaching the archaeologists. Unable to identify it, he quickly ran towards the top, leaving the beast far behind in the tunnel. Though nothing much was revealed by them, it's believed that the tunnel was later filled with mud to secure the researchers from any danger. Let me know what you think of this strange discovery.
Forests are beyond trees and wild animals, but a place where dangerous mythical creatures are known to take refuge. From mysterious creatures in the dark to completely unrecognizable forces in broad daylight, these are some of the most disturbing creatures ever to be caught on the trail camera. Skeleton with glowing eyes. Either this is a prison escapee or a good old ghost. A group of young hikers who were out on a camping trip in Casanino National Forest, Arizona. While exploring the forest, they noticed a troubled-looking man sitting beside a narrow stream of water. To get a better look at it, the light was focused on it, to which it reacted by suddenly turning and staring at them. It had a shaved head with a skinny body, almost as if it were a Halloween skeleton. No matter how dark it gets, human eyes do not glow or reflect light, which clearly shows that this was no human, but a skeleton ghost. Glowing-eyed mummy chase. Just by looking at the glowing eyes, you can know this certainly is no hoax. In September 2019, two colleagues were returning from work in their car when a manly figure in the dark started sprinting parallel to them. Seconds later, the ghostly figure closed in towards the light, revealing its final form. It seemed to look like a mummy with glowing eyes and an incredible speed. First, it got closer to them and then attempted to jump into the vehicle when the driver was able to speed away. This certainly could not be a human, but a mummy that may have gotten possessed by a supernatural entity. Ghost attempts to hide. Either this ghost dozed off into the water or it was attempting to hide itself. A trail camera planted on a bridge next to a haunted house captured footage of a ghost that tripped into a small stream. The camera was placed in the area to investigate the cause of disturbance in the area in the dead of night. After reviewing the footage, many believe that this would rather be a cause of a young woman being possessed by a ghost. Flying humanoid. If the furry humanoids weren't spooky enough, you now have one that can fly. Two young boys, while playing in the backyard of a farm in Kent, United Kingdom, noticed a weird-looking hive. With their father filming the video, they got closer to the hive when a flying bug came out of the hive. At first, it was thought to be a firefly or a dragonfly, but seconds later they could notice that this bug is humanoid. From arms to legs, it had a body structure completely similar to that of a human with wings to fly. As it came flying out, the father and the kids reacted by fleeing away. Since the footage has gone viral, many call it a real-life fairy. Forest zombie. This looks to be either a zombie or a clown, or perhaps both. After numerous reports of something haunting a small part of a forest in Ontario, Canada, paranormal investigators decided to investigate. After several hours of searching, they weren't able to find any ghosts, but rather a zombified being that was stalking them from a distance. Upon one of the paranormal investigators spotting this haunting figure, it quickly escaped behind the tree and into the darkness. It had sparkly eyes, clown-like makeup, sharp reflexes, and not to mention huge in size. Imagine the horror of such a nightmare ambushing you. Jungle highway crawler. Choosing a highway to crawler in the middle of a forest is probably the worst place to be around for creeping onto someone. Only a few days ago, a transport driver, while passing through the dense Valdivian temperate rainforest road, came across a naked-looking crawler in the middle of the road. It looked to be quite skinny as a frame of moving skeleton with a very bleak face and hair, although it remained mostly stationary. But according to the driver, it was too eager to get closer. The driver, who turned around for alternate route out of fear of his safety, was criticized by many for not helping a possible man in distress. Sword hand skeleton. Something as scary as this surely redefines the notion of haunting spirits in graveyards. With the appearance of a sharp footstep-like trail all around the cemetery, gravediggers decided to place a trail camera, hoping to find some answers. To their surprise, a disturbing-looking rake being was caught on camera as it was passing by the graves using its sword-like limbs to move. Its body was merely a dark shade of skeleton. While many consider it a rogue ghost, some call it to be a case of reincarnation or a dead man walking. Humpy Ghost. It's probably the hump that may have gotten it not so mobile. A group of friends who were lighting up firecrackers to celebrate the 4th of July when they were interrupted by a high-pitched guttural cry. Curious for answers, they decided to investigate the noise. While passing through the trees, they were abruptly stopped after spotting what looks to be a weird, humpy entity in the dark. Since the idea of getting closer for identification wasn't an option, they decided to lobby a flying firecracker in its direction before running away.
Get out of here.
Many take it to be a case of a drugged-up human, but whatever it was surely is a terrifying sight to behold. Dark Furry Monster. This particular dark furry monster may initially seem like a man wearing a Halloween costume until you look closely at its eyes. Two explorers, while passing through the forest of northern Iran, spotted an eerie hiding behind the bushes. Due to the pitch darkness of the night, they were forced to get closer to it to investigate. While preaching religious chants, they were to get close, but still could barely see it. It had a dirty fur-like coat with incredibly white eyes that were visible. Due to lack of light and fear of the unknown, they weren't able to get a good look at it despite being spitting distance away from it. Tall, furry humanoid. The bigger and furrier it is, the more concerning it gets. After dozens of reports of a tall, furry, human-like figure being noticed in a woods near Winnipeg, a former canine expert was hired by wildlife experts to find and investigate. The canine tracker, after hours of attempting to find the rumored humanoid, was about to call it a day until the notorious being made a sudden appearance as it passed by the tree. The tracker attempted to get a closer look at it, but his dog refused to join into the pursuit, creating a moment of confusion that aided in the humanoid's escape. Fortunately, a camera was installed on the dog harness, which captured the first ever glimpse of this rumored being. Slender Man. In 2018, two friends and a little girl were traveling across states when they bumped into an abnormality, tall and suspicious-looking man referred to as the Slender Man. The Slender Man appeared in the middle of them, making the driver turn off-road and into the grass before stopping. Seconds later, the camera blacked out and started recording once again, showing the Slender Man walking in the woods with the little girl. One of the two friends went missing, while the other was able to find the little girl with a note left behind probably by the Slender Man. Till date, authorities haven't been able to figure out who or where this tall being came from. Creepy cryptid encounter. Is this a bird of some kind or just a horribly looking rodent? While out for an adventure, a tourist encountered a creepy looking animal that was hiding behind a dried up tree trunk in the Appalachian Mountains of North America. Its face looked as if it were deformed with something like a beak on the face. The intentions of this animal were unclear, as it never moved much besides keeping the eyes locked onto the recorder. With the behavior as such, the tourist described it to be an unrecognizable animal that was later pronounced to be a cryptid. Skinwalker attack in woods.
Oh.
If you hear an unsettling humming sound, it's probably for the best to stand clear of it. A man, while driving on the outskirts of Montana, stopped for a cigarette break when he heard a very unsettling humming sound all of a sudden. Out of curiosity, the man entered the woods to find the source of the sound when a skinny, fast-moving skinwalker appeared from nowhere in pursuit of the man, almost as if it were a predator. What happened next remains a mystery. However, the fact that this video made it to the internet shows that the man who recorded the footage may have survived. Alien Scout. The appearance of the UFOs and alien sightings such as these are surely not a mere coincidence. A couple, along with their neighbors, were camping nearby the Big Bear Lake in California when a tiny possum-like being made a sudden appearance, catching them all by surprise. According to the witnesses, it had a physical appearance similar to that of a fictional character, Dobby from the Harry Potter movies, but was a bit too green. As the wildlife experts are trying to make sense of the incident, many debated that this could be an alien scout, especially due to a UFO sighting the previous day. Cryptid caught on camera. Cryptid or not, even they tend to make mistakes and get seen. An explorer, while placing his trail camera in a mountain forest somewhere in the United States, found a mysterious shadowy figure. It was seen curiously peeking out from next to a broad tree trunk and got caught on the camera that was still recording. Although it didn't show any sinister intentions, the cameraman quickly ran away from the area. The fact that the nature of this being is unknown and you never know what it might be capable of, he instinctively decided to run away. The figure remains a complete mystery, despite widespread online exposure. Crooked-faced walker. This is one of those times when something fictional becomes a reality. Residents from a small town in Wisconsin reported numerous appearances of this crooked-faced walker, which has a resemblance to a mythical character called the Spirit Walker. Locals would often wear costumes depicting the walker until it actually started appearing after dark at festivals and community events. So much so that it was locally known as the Spirit of Bizarre. It has a body structure similar to that of a man with extremely long, bony arms, all covered in a suit and a mask. The footage was taken by one of the cameras that was placed to get a closer view at it. Shady Beast. With little to no trees around, the chances of it being a monkey is next to impossible. A footage captured in a woodland area in Nebraska shows a troubled-looking individual that was spotted by passerby as it appeared out from behind the grass. The author of the video at first thought it to be a monkey in distress or an animal of some kind, until it got closer and up on its hind, revealing its terrifying face as it began chasing. The recorder described it to have a beastly appearance, which, after video getting viral, was later nicknamed as the Shady Beast. Catching birds for dinner. A simple fact that gorillas are not known to hunt birds is enough to say that this isn't something normal. A video recorded in March 2016 by a fisherman who was returning from a catch shows a huge furry animal on top of a pole. This furry animal was attempting to catch seagulls flying nearby. Upon capturing one of them, it started bashing the seagull aggressively on the pole, presenting its incredible strength, and started eating minutes later. As it was able to climb tall, narrow poles easily, many speculated that it could be a gorilla, but honestly, it seems like a really hungry Bigfoot. Groot-like creature. If Groot has an evil twin, this probably has to be it. A Virginia family of 3 went out for trekking in the nearby forest where they noticed a tall, dark man-like tree that also happened to be staring at them. The parents commented that they felt like being followed by an unknown stalker hours after entering the forest. Coincidentally, they happened to notice the same tree, despite moving for several hours, which raised their suspicion. Interestingly, the tree creature didn't seem to have any footsteps left behind and remained stationary until it was seen moving slowly. Could it be that a tree somehow came to life, or is it an outer Earth visitor? Giant Tarzan. A sighting such as this is probably a dream come true for all the Tarzan fans. A construction worker in Minnesota, while on a break, saw that this very tall man, who was caught by the magnificence of modern construction, it looked almost naked, covered only by a dark piece of clothing with a height twice to that of an average person. As one of the construction workers riding on his bicycle passed by that point, this real-life Tarzan suddenly disappeared. Since the footage was taken from quite a distance, the tall man wasn't identified properly. Caned Ghost Yoda. Facing off a pissed Yoda is more dangerous than all other scary creatures in the dark. A cowboy on a horse was passing through woods while looking at some missing cattle, bumped into a tiny being having similarity to that of a Yoda from Star Wars. This Yoda, resembling a ghost, was running towards the cowboy while aggressively stabbing its sharp cane on the ground. It began to gain pace upon closing in, and due to the fear of the unknown, the man responded by fleeing. While the actual intentions of the caned Ghost Yoda may remain a mystery, it definitely couldn't be any good. Aggressive Yeti. What could be scarier than being killed by a Yeti? It's having one to trip and fall onto you. In January 2021, two friends out on a 3-day hiking adventure came across some way scarier than your typical wild animal, a Yeti. The Yeti appeared out of nowhere and started inspecting their backpacks when they returned back to their base camp with firewood. During the unwarranted inspection, the Yeti unknowingly pepper sprayed itself in the eyes. It began to panic aggressively. It got so aggressive that it nearly fell on the hikers before stumbling down the hilly terrain. Bigfoot with glowing eyes. Maybe this Bigfoot was just showing off its sparkling eyes. A TikToker, while out in the Canadian woods for a video, had a close call with this giant gorilla-like creature with exceptionally bright eyes. At first, it was thought of being some gorilla, until after it came closer while passing by. Being caught in fear and confusion, he decided to film the incident. To get answers, the video was uploaded on social media, where many called it a Bigfoot, and that this might be the closest ever encounter with one of them. The TikToker definitely was fortunate enough that the Bigfoot didn't display any predatory behavior. Naked man. A hunter, while passing past a forest nearby Tomorrow World area, when he heard someone calling at him for help. Upon looking down, he noticed a man with not a stitch of clothing on him standing by the creek along with a walking cane. While maintaining distance, the naked man claimed that he had been robbed, beaten up, and stripped of all clothing by bullies during the music festival before being dropped in the woods. After days of trying to survive, he decided to stick next to the creek. The hunter managed to get a number of the naked man's next of kin to get in touch so they could come and get him. This picture was captured by a lost traveler who was passing through a forest in New Zealand on June 10, 2021. The traveler, while stopping to rest for the night, was disturbed by a terrifying zombie-like cry not too far from his location. In hopes to offer help, he called closer to the source of the sound, only to find its point of origin from something that looked unlike any known human. Seconds after the encounter, the traveler immediately decided to flee for his life. After several minutes of running away, the recorder hid himself under a tree bark and decided to remain stationary till dawn, leaving having this picture, the only clear view of this being. Paranormal creature climbing. Something so dark and tiny as this rules out the possibility of it being a burglar. A security camera placed opposite to a villa in a rural area of Karnataka, India, shows a black child-sized creature that crawls next to the villa until it starts climbing up. Locals believe it to be the spirit of a young child that once lived in the house to be returning, while others believe it to be a jinn. Whatever this may have been, it was surely sneaky enough to get past the guard that was sleeping in a chair facing right in front of this paranormal being. Dead alienoid. Alien or not, death surely doesn't spare anyone. Texas farmers who had lost several of their chickens due to numerous animal attacks decided to lay down a bait to draw out the animal. Upon doing so, they noticed a very unusual looking animal in the fields who took the bait in a manner similar to the attack on the chickens. One of the farmers, either pissed or terrified of this alienoid, fired at it, but it managed to escape. After following the bloody trail closely, the alien animal was later found dead next to a tiny bush after having bled out due to the critical wound.
See him above there, by the trees. Oh.
With the proliferation of cameras just about everywhere, more and more weird stuff is captured by the camera's all-seeing lens. From freaky, wild creatures of dark nights to the oddly mythical figures of woods, while others are totally unbelievable. Here's the most disturbing trail cam footage that no one was supposed to see. Disappearing man. Imagine installing a camera to capture some wild moments on a snowy night, but you come across this. A bizarre hunched-over figure with glowing eyes suddenly emerged from the dark and could be seen running to the left side of the ground, and then disappeared instantly. Nowhere. It might have merged into thin air. Was it really a ghoul captured running at midnight, or was it just a hoax? To me, there was something really mysterious, as the dog sitting in the corner could be noticed turning its head in the direction of the running figure. What do you guys think? Extraterrestrial creature. Deer, coyotes, or naughty raccoons. This is all that you expect to see in your trail cam footage. But a trail cam installed in the woods of Australia captured something absolutely terrifying. From behind one of the trees appeared some mysterious lights. However, the zoomed-in footage displayed the mystifying lights were actually the eyes of an odd-shaped creature that was trying to peek directly into the camera. At first, it might look like a kid in a costume, but the weird glowing eyes didn't seem like a humanoid trait. Then, was that something really that we should call an extraterrestrial, or just another unidentified creature? Share your thoughts by commenting below. Monster stalking a moose. This video, posted in August 2018, sent cold chills among internet users, as it displays a strange creature peeking from behind one of the trees in the middle of a haunted forest. The resource person of this clip claimed to witness this monstrous creature many times before that, and called it a rake because it has a human-like appearance and usually attacks people walking alone in the woods. But this time, it looks like the spooky, pale creature has targeted the huge moose as it was filmed stalking the animal that was busy grazing in that haunted forest. Masked man. The hunters set their cameras to get information about animals they can hunt. However, sometimes their search for a new species could end up in an unexplainable fear. A trail cam footage posted a few months back shows a strange figure coming out of the dense forest. It is really hard to state what that creature might be, but as it walked eerily with its bent legs, and also the face was covered with a strange mask, some people thought it could be a publicity stunt. But everything about this image is terrifying, as we have no idea where this figure came from or why he was wandering on his knees at midnight. Bigfoot under the nest. In September 2016, a trail cam installed somewhere in the woods of Michigan State to film tiny eaglets captured something really spooky. Initially, all went well, as the camera placed right above the nest was filming the adorable bird moments. Then, suddenly, from behind one of the trees below the nest, appeared a black bipedal creature that walked away. However, due to the blurred image, it's hard to identify the creature, but many people stated that it was a Bigfoot, as nothing huge and bulky was ever spotted in that area before. Do you guys also think it was a Bigfoot? Please let us know by commenting below. Peeking alien. Watching this clip will surely prevent you from planning late-night camping, especially in the middle of the spooky forest. While burning a fire to keep the wild critters away from their tents, a group of friends heard some mysterious noise in the dark. Thinking of any forest resident, one of the guys tossed the fire in front of the tree, yet he was not expecting to come across this. A tiny, gray cryptid with pointed fingers was trying to get warmth while hiding behind the tree, and quickly moved back as the man filming it tried to get a closer look. Unfortunately, nothing could be stated exactly about the figure, but to me, it looked like an alien. Weird man in the forest. Let me show you another disturbing clip of the day, as it involves a couple of friends who stumbled upon something really spooky while walking in the forest at night. Standing alone in the middle of the path was a strange guy in white who started to communicate with them.
Ryan?
Is that you?
Is that you?
Yeah, it is.
Prove it?
Prove it?
Yeah, prove it.
Thinking of their lost friend, when one of the guys asked that boy to prove his identity, he suddenly changed his shape and voice and vanished back into the dark, just like a creepy ghoul.
I don't know where this thing is, or when it's gonna...
Although one of the guys tried to chase him, they couldn't get any other clue. And since that time, the truth behind the creepy guy has become an unsolved mystery. Unknown beast in the backyard. Filmed at an unknown location, the camera captured a bizarre figure peeking from behind the wall on the side of the pool. Initially, it looked like a man trying to get inside, but when the footage was zoomed in, it started looking less like a human. In fact, the way it looked around and managed to jump back didn't seem human at all. Many claimed it could be a midnight ghost, while others simply stated that it was nothing but a bear. Well, if any of you know better, do write us in the comments section. Humo crab. While enjoying the bonfire in the middle of the thick woods, a group of friends got the biggest shock of their life when they decided to look for the girl who went away to make a call. Searching around for the girl, they were stunned to find her lying numb in front of a tree, and then suddenly, from behind one of the bushes, a creepy creature jumped out. With multiple limbs attached to a human body, that unidentified being seemed to be a human crab-type creature. Although this clip stopped without any proper ending, these few terrifying minutes are enough to make you think twice the next time you set up a plan for camping. Bigfoot encounter. It's okay to find animals in the woods, but it's definitely not okay to find monstrous creatures right in front of the camera. While chasing a deer to get a closer look, another couple of campers were shocked to find a huge beast behind the trees. At first, they took it as a bear, but it was all until the dark creature stood up. With its dark body and giant features, it looked right at them and tried to get close. Fortunately, they both managed to escape, leaving their tent, in fact, everything, behind. Many speculated it to be a huge bear, but according to those guys, it was an actual Bigfoot. Cryptic being. According to an old saying, forests are actually haunted by werewolves and witches that come out at night. But this time, it looks like one of the evil spirits has decided to make an appearance in daytime. Filmed at an unknown location, this video shows a car being driven in the middle of a forest, and suddenly, the driver noticed a strange, small creature standing on the roadside. Apparently, it looked like a small animal, but upon getting closer, it turned out to be a short, faceless figure who was busy in some kind of sinister activity, but suddenly ran back after watching a car approaching it. Is it really a cryptic being, or just a hoax? Any ideas? Sasquatch spotted in Russia. This short clip of just 16 seconds includes the craziest moment no one could have ever seen. Recorded by an unknown source somewhere in Russia in 2011, this clip shows a closer look of the most discussed mythical beast. A huge hairy body and long arms, it really looked like a real Sasquatch. No more details could be stated about the creature, as the guy filming it seemed to be scared of the thing. Yet the perfect humanoid walk pointed toward the legendary Sasquatch, as it could be seen quickly walking through the woods after realizing it was being filmed. Unidentified hairy monster. Exploring the woods to learn more about the forest, two young students felt some movement behind the trees. Looking deeper into the bushes, they came across an unidentified creature that initially looked like a wild critter that was hiding beneath the woods, yet suddenly stood up and stared at the curious visitors. Terrifying is all that can be said about this footage, because nothing much could be explained about the creature, as they had to escape hurriedly after watching the beast heading toward them. Eerie giant figure. Humanoid walk, giant body, and long, heavy arms. Another legendary creature of all time was filmed strolling fearlessly on snowy ground. The video, after being posted, grabbed a lot of attention from internet users, as many took it as an alleged Sasquatch sighting. But since the video wasn't very clear, a few claimed it was actually a guy struggling to hike on the hill covered with snow, and was misunderstood for his strange walk. Really a Sasquatch, or just a misunderstanding? Any guesses from your side? Spooky werewolf. Have you ever been into the woods alone? Well, if not, then you must hold your breath, as this short clip will definitely stop you from doing so. Filmed at an undisclosed location, this footage shows a guy trying to get close to an animal to whom he thought was a grizzly bear. Right at that moment, the beast started running toward him, and the video suddenly ended there, leaving everyone questioning about the beast. There is a possibility of a werewolf sighting, as upon looking at the huge appearance, the creature didn't seem like a bear to me. Creepy skinwalker. It's not always Bigfoot lurking from behind one of the trees, but sometimes there are many other odd beings waiting for us. A couple, while driving in the middle of a forest, decided to stop their car to investigate the animal making weird noises. However, they were left baffled after watching this. From behind one of the bushes, a creepy figure emerged and crossed the bushy path by crawling on its bent legs. Although it was not visible due to the dark, due to its pale, skinny body, it was assumed to be a skinwalker that mostly came out at night to spook the passerby. Mysterious black shadow. Almost a decade back in April, know more details about it, please let us know. Rake crawling in woods. A bizarre trail cam footage quickly went viral as it claimed to show an eerie figure in the middle of the woods. Recorded somewhere in an unrevealed place, the video took a normal start, but then the actual oddity entered the frame from the left side. Crawling on all its fours was an eerie creature that could be seen rambling through the woods, just like a huge, bulky animal. However, the way it stopped and looked around didn't match any animal's traits. Since the footage was recorded from a distance, it's hard to say exactly what could be the creature, but many are speculating it to be the horrific, urban, legendary Rake. Frozen in park. A lady standing still in front of a tree, and another group of people froze while staring oddly. This is not any clip from a sci-fi movie, but this bizarre moment was actually recorded in September 2019 by a family while they were heading toward Niagara Falls. Not just one or two, but a large number of people were spotted standing still around all over the place. What's weirder, more than half were old-aged. With a heart filled with fear, the family left shortly, so nothing more could be stated about it. A glitch in the Matrix, an MK Ultra, or just some kind of publicity stunt to gain fame? I'm not too sure what was actually going on here. Soul left wild boar. This footage might be the rarest one, as it literally shows the most unbelievable and disturbing moment ever recorded. It started with a wild boar strolling normally, and this is exactly what trail cams are meant to record. But within a few seconds, the whole scene changed as the animal falls on the ground and struggled hard to stand back up. And all of a sudden, its body started shivering, and it could be seen shaking its legs, followed by a plume of black smoke that mysteriously arose from its body. And then it became still, although it could be noticed trying to breathe. According to the owner of this footage, the animal was found dead in its place. Headless moose. Another disturbing piece of footage shows a strange animal that was not only weird and frightening, but also very fast. Near a railway track in the middle of the wilderness, a guy was scared to death after watching a strange moose running wildly without any head on its huge body. Since the video is quite blurry, it's difficult to say whether it was an actual headless animal or just a moose running with its head to one side. Many think it's just an edited clip, while others claim it to be an actual headless moose that was running away from its hunters. What do you guys believe? Arrow stuck in deer's head. Survival of an impaired one in the wilderness is actually very challenging. Yet this next clip shows an unfazed deer with an arrow sticking out of its head that was observed doing really well for more than 3 years. The deer was named Carrot after it was spotted lurking in the backyard of a house in Canada and was believed to be a miraculous survivor. Fortunately, the distressing clips of the poor animal hit the internet, and it was soon rescued by wildlife authorities. Two-headed deer.
Two-headed deer.
Have we got you puzzled? At first, I also got confused after watching this bizarre two-headed deer. Look how perfectly both of the heads moved in the same direction. Was this actually a two-headed deer, or just another manipulated clip? Well, after watching this clip more carefully, I reached to a conclusion that those were actually two animals standing in a typical posture, which made them look like one animal with two heads. As the video proceeded, one of the heads could be seen mystically disappearing from the scene, leaving just one complete deer behind. What do you guys say? Deer with a crooked neck. Here we have another strange deer, but this time it was not any optical illusion. But in fact, this deer was actually spotted in an awkward situation, as its head was hanging bizarrely to one side. Though it was observed perfectly walking through the dense bushes, it was unable to lift its head or to move it around. Biologists suspected that it might have broken its spine at a very young age, but somehow managed to survive with its major disability, and was spotted strolling several times in St. Mary's. People called it a crooked-necked deer that was also believed to be a mother of cute little fawns. Living mammoth. Show me something more disturbing than this one. Long, curved tusks, a huge trunk, a fatty hump on a massive woolly body. All these features belong to a living mammoth that was filmed in 1948 in Russia. The great animal from the prehistoric times was actually seen roaming almost 60 years back and was captured during World War II by a German photographer. Although it was quite terrifying to see a living mammoth from the past, many claimed it to be a fake one, while a few are still trying to figure it out. Attacked by wolves. This trail cam footage opens with an adorable moose mother wandering around along with its young calf. Initially, all went well, as the mother moose could be seen protecting its young calf from the wolf. But then suddenly, the video took a horrific turn when the mother turned back and, instead of the wolf, it accidentally kicked its calf in the head. Seeing the calf on the ground, another hungry wolf jumped in to get a bite of the fallen prey. Yet the moose mother kept on protecting its calf from the attacking wolves. However, it's impossible to say whether she was able to protect her young ones or not, as all of the animals went out of sight. Man stalked by lion. Encountering something like this in the woods is definitely a disturbing thing you'll never want to experience. The guy in the image looked excited as he could be seen enjoying his hunt of the day, a giant deer. And behind him is a ferocious predator that was captured stalking the hunter. Unfortunately, we could only get this single image, and I'm not sure if the lion was actually waiting for the deer, or its real target was the hunter. However, later this guy posted another video in which the same lion was observed chasing. This terrifying image was captured by a trail camera, showing a creepy humanoid creature climbing a tree with all 4 of its limbs. The exact location of this image is unknown, but some people claimed it to be captured from the deep Amazon forest, where this guy is believed to be the last remaining member of an isolated tribe in the Brazilian Amazon, and is known as the Man of the Hole. However, according to some, This was actually an ape-like creature that was seen hanging on the trees during the Darrow expedition in 1977. Well, if any of you knows more about it, please let us know by commenting below. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.
Dude. That is massive.
Explore these captivating trail cam moments, ranging from octopus encounters and strange nighttime sightings to eerie encounters and cryptid forest specters. The viral, unsettling videos that emerged overnight prompt contemplation about the mysteries of existence. Deer at night. In the quiet of the night, deep within the heart of the forest, a curious and graceful animal came up from the darkness. The forest was dark, but the moon's soft light filtered through the leaves, disclosing the mysterious visitor. This graceful being with eyes like stars moved quietly, each step a delicate formel on the forest floor. Little did it know, a quiet guard was observing. A trail camera, like a silent guard, captured the deer's every move. It stood still for a moment, its delicate figure lightened by the camera's flash. The image was like a secret between the forest and technology, a brief look into the life of this attractive forest inhabitant. The night continued, and the deer disappeared into the depths of the woods, leaving behind only a memory on the trail cam, a memory to be participated in, a story to be told, a moment to be loved in the peaceful beauty of the forest at night. Angry lioness. This video shows one of the most rare sightings ever captured on camera. In the beginning, we see a lion behind a huge rock, and suddenly it is attacked by a lioness whom it went close to. The lioness growls at him and attacks him with her claws. The lion looks terrified and tries to run away, but the mighty lioness does not let him run without clawing his face off. It is one of the most incredible sightings captured on camera. Imagine the king of the jungle being attacked by his own queen. It sounds hilarious and terrifying at the same time. What do you think about it? Wolves attacking the hare. In the bright daytime, a strange event happened on an empty field. A video showed two wolves chasing a little hare. The wolves were like hidden shadows, and their reasons were unclear. The hare, feeling danger, ran as fast as it could to stay safe. One wolf tried to grab the hare's tail, but the hare quickly changed direction, escaping its grasp. The chase continued, like a game of life and death under the sun. One wolf was eager to catch the hare, showing its sharp teeth and mean eyes. The hare surprised everyone by swiftly changing its path, avoiding capture. The wolves were relentless, like determined hunters. They tried to catch the hare with every jump and move, but the clever hare used zigzag moves to confuse them, like a secret dance with the wolves. As the chase went on, it became more mysterious. The hare's graceful escape mixed with the wolves' fierce chase created a suspenseful story. The sun watched, creating strange shadows and bright spots in this thrilling drama. In the end, the hare managed to escape, slipping away from the wolves' jaws. This mysterious video left us with a captivating and eerie image of a world where life and death played an enigmatic game in the wild. Cryptic paranormal nightmare. Late at night, a spooky video shows a dark room. A girl is sleeping on her bed, not knowing something strange is about to happen. Suddenly, the door opens by itself, making a creepy sound. The chair starts moving on its own, like it's dancing in a weird way. Then, a ball flies out of the cupboard without anyone touching it, breaking the normal rules. The room gets flashes of bright light, like thunder lighting it up. But the girl keeps sleeping, not aware of what's going on. Weird things continue. Her stuff falls everywhere, books make a mess, and a painting on the wall shakes. everything changes in the room like a spooky wave passing through. The blanket that covered the girl is now on the floor. The door closes by itself, trapping the strange happenings inside. Even with all this chaos, the girl stays asleep like a princess in a scary dream. The strange and spooky scene plays out, like a mysterious dance of weird things happening where you can't see them. It was really a cryptid and scary scene, and it left everyone scared about the things that happened in that room. Nobody knew who was doing this and what his purpose behind doing all this creepy stuff. Cryptic Forest Spectre.
You see it? Mm-hmm. Oh wait, that's not a deer. What the devil is that?
In a dark forest at night, a secret video showed glowing eyes of a mysterious creature. The creature standing in the unknown, its eyes shining through the darkness. As the camera saw this strange being, the people filming struggled with not knowing, feeling confused. A ghostly figure appeared in the night, its glowing eyes shining strangely. The trees whispered a spooky mystery, and the leaves rustled with an eerie harmony. Was it a wild animal or a scary thing from nightmares? In the video, people disagreed about what the creature could be. Some thought it might be a powerful bear, while others feared it was a lion, a royal yet terrifying force hiding in the shadows.
I see you. Those eyes are wide, too.
The true identity of the creature stayed hidden in the dark. The creature's shape disappeared into the darkness, leaving only its glowing eyes. It stared at the camera, sending shivers down the spines of those trying to understand its mystery. In the middle of the night, where reality and strange things mixed, the video showed a scene of worry and fear. The mysterious creature, a hidden ghost, danced strangely with the camera. Its glowing eyes were like a doorway to something unknown. Without showing teeth or fur, it remained a mysterious part of the shadows, leaving its mark on the unknown.
Those are big eyes. Mm-hmm. Hello.
Snake in the house. This video was captured by a homeowner whose home was invaded by an unexpected intruder, a python. The snake can be seen staring at the man who lies on his bed while recording the video. Now it is not sure whether the snake is his pet or not, but the video is one of the creepiest sightings ever. The eyes of the python are glowing in the dark, and its huge size and long body is one of its scariest features. The huge serpent keeps staring at the man with its glowy eyes. What would you do if a python invaded your home? Share in the comments down below. Monkey Feast. A cheeky young monkey lounges on a rock by the beautiful stream, enjoying and feasting on ripe mangoes. The monkey is twice the size of the normal monkey of its kind, and still doesn't seem to want to diet. It skillfully peels the mango with its little fingers and nibbles on it while enjoying the view. Some more leftovers of mangoes can be seen around him, making it clear that this isn't the first mango it's eating. This is one of the cutest videos ever captured in the wild. Creepy creature. The trail camera captured a glimpse of a creature from the night in the middle of the forest. With an uncanny presence, the creature emerged from the shadows and swiftly disappearing in the darkness again after showing itself in the moonlight for a few seconds. It can be seen glowing in the darkness of the night. Many spectators say that it was an otter roaming around in the woods in the night. However, it does look like a mini-sized dinosaur running through the woods at night. What do you think this creature is? Colorful feathers. Imagine this gorgeous hen, a brilliantly colored feathered work of art. Its body is covered in a symphony of hues. Vivid black and sunny yellows move over its feathers like paintbrush strokes on a canvas. Its glossy plumage is caressed by the sunlight, creating a glittering spectacle. The minute features are brought to life when it rests elegantly on a rock. Those round yellow eyes capture the essence of the creativity of nature, telling tales of curiosity and intelligence. The bird's feathers gleam in the sunlight, and the bright colors capture the spectator's attention in a glimpse. These beautifully colored hens are one of the rarest species of birds in the world. What do you think about them? Creepy spectral encounter. In the dark, spooky night, a creepy video showed up on a lonely road. Next to it was a scary park keeping its secrets. A camera saw two ghosts appear. They were like light without any clear shape in the darkness. These ghostly things didn't follow the usual rules of being seen, but the camera was brave and caught them. They raced out of the mysterious park, moving super fast and blending into the night. When they got to the road, something strange pushed them ahead, and they glowed in a weird way. The camera, kind of forced to be part of this ghostly stuff, filmed them going to some unknown place. A weird, uneasy feeling filled the air as the ghosts vanished back into the darkness. Since they didn't really look like anything, it left everyone puzzled and a bit scared. This video wasn't just a normal recording. It was like a door to something we can't understand. A spooky reminder that sometimes the line between the living and the mysterious can be crossed. Each part of the video told a story of these strange ghosts, like a scary movie that played on people's fears. This strange meeting with things we can't explain stayed in people's minds, making them feel weird. The road, once just a regular place, now had seen something spooky hidden in the darkness. Proof that strange mysteries are out there when the world is covered in night. Mysterious video of a huge snake. In a really old farmhouse, way out in a distant village, something strange happened during the day. A weird video popped up showing something mysterious that left everyone who watched it very puzzled. Right in the middle of the video, there was a massive snake. It looked as scary as the village's hidden past. This snake was tied up to a worn-out pillar with some invisible ropes. Its huge size made everyone uncomfortable, like it came from a legend and was now in their hands. People in the village whispered that they might have done this, tied the snake up. But where this snake came from remained a big mystery. It showed up out of nowhere, like a ghostly protector or an omen, and no one could figure out why. The snake had shiny silver scales with dark lines on them. These lines seemed to move in a creepy way, like they had some strange power. Being near it made people feel uneasy, and a cold feeling crept over them. As the video played again and again, more and more questions filled the minds of the villagers and anyone who saw it. The old farmhouse, which already held so many secrets, now had a new puzzle. It both fascinated and frightened everyone, all under the strange gaze of the ancient snake. Eerie Bigfoot encounter.
Dude. That is massive.
In the dark woods at night, a mysterious video showed something big. The shadows in the video made it all spooky, like a secret dance. The night itself seemed to make it even more mysterious. In this video, you could see two glowing eyes in the dark. They belonged to a huge and mysterious creature, hiding in the shadows. People watching the video felt like they were part of a strange dance with something they couldn't understand. The dark woods turned into a weird stage, and the main character was the creature with glowing eyes. The video gave a quick look into a world of strange and unknown things.
Dude. That is massive.
And it made a strong impression on those who saw it. The creature, said to be the famous Bigfoot, stayed hidden in the darkness. You couldn't see its full shape because it stayed in the shadows. But those shining eyes told a story of something beyond what people could easily believe. It made the ones who saw it feel a bit scared and amazed at the same time. When the video ended, the mystery stayed in the air. A creepy feeling stuck with those who dared to explore the supernatural side of the woods. The glowing eyes of the hidden giant stayed in the memories of the people who saw the mysterious encounter in the dark forest.
You seen it on camera?
Octopus encounter. The video shows a giant Pacific octopus being released back into the ocean. Have you ever seen a creature this slimy? The body of the creature looks like jelly being smeared all over the floor. Its tentacles spread on all sides of its body, making it look even creepier. We can see it slithering on the floor until it reaches the edge of the boat and then jumps into the water. This is one of the most incredible videos ever captured. The huge head of the octopus is clearly visible, and its eyes can also be seen. Another thing to ponder about is that when the man touches the animal, it does not harm it in any way, while octopuses are considered to be dangerous and creepy sea creatures. Mysterious box unveiled. In the bright daylight, there were lots of sealed boxes. No one knew what was inside them. Something strange happened. A box started shaking by itself, making waves in the quiet scene. The air felt weird, like ordinary things were turning into something special. Nobody could understand what was going on. The small box throbbed with a strange beat, breaking the usual silence. Each shake seemed to tell a mysterious story, known only to that hidden space. A man, maybe chosen by luck, threw the box aside with his foot, but the mystery stuck around, blending into the unknown. The box found a new spot but still buzzed with curiosity. People couldn't look away from the moved box. Silence hung in the air, mixed with confusion. Even though it got pushed away, the strange happening left a mark on the ordinary day. People talked quietly, trying to figure out the unanswered questions. After this strange dance, the truth stayed hidden, covered by the unexplainable. The mysterious moment stayed in everyone's thoughts, like a puzzle waiting to be solved. A story waiting for someone curious to reveal the secrets in that odd box's vibrations. Mystic Shearing unveiled cute entity. In the daytime video, there was a strange sight. A black sheep covered in dark wool, almost like a shadow creature. It looked chubby, like a big potato with fuzzy fur all over. Someone, like a protector, showed up to take care of this mysterious creature. She carefully started cutting the wool in a special way, like doing a magical ceremony. The sheep, a big mystery, made it a tough job. Not easy for someone who's scared. But surprisingly, the creature stayed calm, as if it knew something magical was about to happen. During the cutting, a kind of magical dance happened between the person and the mysterious creature. As time passed, something magical occurred. The cutting turned the mysterious creature into an adorable, cute being. What was once hidden in shadows now stood in the daylight, looking innocent and new. In the mix of light and dark, the black sheep, now without its mysterious look, showed how special the cutting journey was. It went beyond just making it neat. It became a magical experience. Mysterious python swallows pet. In the bright daytime, a hidden camera caught something super strange in a regular home. There was a loud cry for help, and it got everyone pretty rattled. A mysterious rescue squad showed up, all sneaky like ghostly protectors. They found a huge python that had eaten the family cat, which was a real heartbreaker. The rescue folks, even though they were scared, cautiously got closer to the snake. They talked to the snake and somehow convinced it to give up its feline feast. Time felt like it was standing still as the python coughed up the cat, which was a pretty weird sight. The cat came out looking alive, not like you'd expect after that ordeal. The family was overjoyed, but they couldn't forget the question that kept bugging them. How on earth did the python manage to gobble up the whole cat, and what other secrets were hidden on that bizarre day? Mysterious sloth's enigmatic dance. In the woods, a hidden video popped up during the day. It showed a sloth hanging upside down on a tree. This sloth was different. It felt mysterious, like a secret keeper in the greenery. The sloth's shape, a mix of light and dark, said more than just what you could see. It had weird things on its limbs, long nails like ancient stories. The forest was quiet, as if it knew about the sloth's hidden performance, letting nature's odd story happen. In a dance of shadows, the sloth seemed to have a magical itch. Its big, strange nails played a soft tune over his body, like a gentle spell. It was continuously scratching his hands and his face. It was a strange feeling. Sunlight, playing hide-and-seek with leaves, made the sloth's secret dance even more magical. It was like a special performance where normal things mixed with mystery. The whole forest took a breath, surprised by something not easy to understand. In the forest's time story, the brown-throated sloth hung upside down, keeping secrets. The camera, just a regular watcher, only got a quick look at this magical connection between the sloth and the world. A short, special moment always remembered in nature's puzzles. Fiddler crab. On a sunny beach where the sun touched everything with gold, something secret happened. Imagine the sand telling stories to the waves. In this story, a special character appeared, a male fiddler crab. It danced alone like a mysterious dancer painting a picture on the sandy stage. The crab had strange claws, not the same on both sides. These claws were like tools with a hidden purpose, known only to the secrets of the coast. As it danced, the crab moved across the sand, maybe enjoying the feel of tiny grains beneath its small claws. Those uneven claws spoke a secret language, calling friends quietly and warning others to stay away. Dressed in colors of orange and white, the crab showed its mysterious charm. It was both cute and puzzling as it moved with a special rhythm along the shore. Each step in its dance was like a brushstroke in a painting of survival. Looking innocent, but hiding strength in its claws. As the mysterious dance continued, the crab seemed to talk with special moves. Only the creatures of the beach could understand this secret language, where friendships and fights were written in the shifting sand. The dance spoke about finding balance, being attractive and staying safe, showing a kind side behind its cute appearance. In this beach play, the fiddler crab was a mystery. Its odd ways went beyond ordinary, giving us a peek into the secret world of survival. Charm and danger walked together in its dance. So, under the sun's eyes, the fiddler crab's mysterious show went on, leaving behind a beach filled with wonder. Cryptic skull movement. In a strange video during the day, there were a lot of lifeless skulls hanging on a metal grill over a small wall. They looked eerie, like they were frozen in a weird dance in the bright light. All the skulls had their faces turned away except for one. It was looking out, as if trying to escape from the spooky group. Then, a woman came and tried to make the skulls line up properly, but once she left, something weird happened. The one skull that was fixed earlier started moving on its own, like it had a mind of its own. It felt like there was some kind of magic in the air, making people wonder if ghosts were playing a strange game or if something mysterious was happening to these lifeless skulls. This strange scene raised many questions. Shadows whispered secrets, and the way the skull moved hinted at something beyond what makes sense. When the video ended, the mystery hung in the air, making people think about strange forces that might exist between what we can touch and what we can't. It was like looking into a world where things we don't understand mix with the real world, making us think about the weird and unsettling things that might be out there. Cryptic night encounter. In the dark, a weird video showed a huge creature by a fence. It was big and mysterious, making everyone scared. We couldn't see its face well, but it gave us all the creeps. This strange giant stood there quietly, hidden in the night. We didn't know what it wanted, keeping its secrets in its giant shape. The night told secrets, and the scary creature made everyone feel uneasy. In a strange way, it jumped over the fence, sending a cold shiver through the night. We had no idea what happened next, too confusing for us to understand. The air felt weird, like something unknown was there. Hearts pounded, asking, what was this thing? Whispers in the wind told stories of a giant mystery that didn't make sense. Afterward, people couldn't forget that spooky night. The video, a scary reminder of something strange, kept its secrets. It left a chilling feeling for those brave enough to think about the mysterious creature. It became a strange story, like a ghost in our minds, making us wonder about things we couldn't understand. Mysterious nighttime spider climbing. In the dark, a secret video showed a huge spider-like thing climbing a tall building. It was mysterious and nobody knew where it came from. The video was not very clear, making the scene even more strange. The spider creature moved up the building in a creepy way, giving everyone a scary feeling. People talked about it, wondering where this creature came from. No one saw it before, and it wasn't like any normal spider. It was too big, making everyone scared as they watched it climb the building. The darkness helped hide the creature's secrets. People asked if it was from a dark place, or if it was a strange thing born from the shadows of the city. The video showed the spider moving like a scary dance against the city lights, making everyone who saw it feel afraid. After the video came out, the city felt uneasy. People realized something very strange had happened. The memory of the spider climbing the building stayed in the minds of those who saw it, like a scary picture in their bad dreams. Dogman staring at the camera. In the woods during the day, the camera saw something mysterious. A dogman, a hidden creature among the trees. The camera focused on it, like an unblinking eye watching a secret dance between nature and this elusive being. As the camera got closer, the dogman's intentions became a mystery. It stared at the camera with a captivating gaze, as if trying to see into the person behind it. The mystery deepened and the creature's true self remained hidden behind a blurry screen. When zoomed in, the video showed a confusing picture. Dogman's features were unclear, covered in the mystery of the forest. Was it a guardian spirit or an ancient forest creature with stories to tell? People who watched the video were confused. They wondered about the connection between the person filming and Dogman. Why did the Dogman choose that moment to show up? And what secrets lingered in the woods? The answer stayed quiet, a puzzle woven into the natural world. As the sounds of leaves carried away the memories of the encounter, the mystery of the daytime woods stayed, leaving a lasting mark on everyone's imagination, a dance of mysterious shadows caught in a brief moment of daylight magic. Baby sloth reunited with its mother. Video showed that in a special forest, during the daytime, something magical happened. Someone appeared, holding a tiny baby sloth in his hand like a secret. The leaves whispered as this caretaker moved through the shady forest, a guardian of a hidden story. Among the old trees, the mom sloth who ruled the treetops stood quietly. Her wise eyes saw the reunion coming, just like the wind had whispered. The secret exchange began, passing the little life from one hug to another. Hidden observers in the leaves saw a beautiful scene, filled with curiosity and admiration. The mom sloth had been waiting patiently for her baby to come back. This special reunion became a part of the forest's memory. Leaving everyone who saw it captivated by the mysterious dance of life under the green trees. In that quick moment, the forest shared its secrets, inviting anyone curious enough to look in and see the peaceful dance of life. The memory of this meeting stayed like a quiet story, passed along from leaf to leaf, making sure the special dance between mom and baby sloth stayed alive in the wild. Lions eating hippo carcass. In the daytime, in the bushes, something spooky happened. A video showed a dead hippo covered in red. Two hungry lions were sitting nearby, eating its face. People didn't know why the hippo died. Did the lions do it, or was something else there? The air had scary stories from the wild. What made this terrible scene happen? Were the lions to blame, or was there a hidden mysterious thing making it all go wrong? The hippo, once innocent, lay in the harsh light of day. its secrets hidden in the quiet of nature. The hungry lions, maybe partners in crime or just unknowing players, ate the clues. Questions lingered, echoing through the wild's guessing game. While the video played, the world outside didn't know the scary show in the bushes. The secret stuck to the scene like a ghost, a truth slipping away from those trying to get it. What dark story played in the hidden bush theater? The mystery stayed, covered in the whispers of the wind and the lions' spooky looks, keepers of a secret only nature could understand.
Yeah.
Cryptic midnight CCTV horror. Late at night, when it was really dark, cameras that watched everything silently saw something strange. A camera, like a watchman in the shadows, showed a scary story. A thing, not completely a person and not really like a dog, appeared when it was not very bright. How it moved was weird. Like a mix of a person and a dog that didn't follow normal rules. This strange thing walked through all the cameras one by one at the same time. Shadows danced around it, making it look even stranger. The cameras watched it closely, making everyone feel like it was everywhere at once. The video, with an unusual light, showed something really scary. The thing, covered in darkness and mystery, moved strangely, and we couldn't tell what it wanted from the strange, unclear images. A creepy sound whispered through the security system, confusing even the smartest watchers. People got scared because of this mysterious thing. The town, feeling nervous and worried, tried to understand what it was. People talked quietly, guessing and feeling scared like a ghost was around. There were many questions, like a puzzle waiting to be solved. Who or what this strange thing was, and why it was doing something so mysterious at midnight. In the middle of the night, the weird and scary video kept making everyone think about it, leaving behind a picture of fear mixed with things we didn't know. The mystery stayed, like a puzzling ghost in the videos, making its strange mark on the stories we couldn't explain. Night forest, ghostly cries. In the dark forest at night, something scary happened. A person in a car recorded it with their camera. The video felt strange, like it had a spooky power. From the hidden parts of the forest, a weird cry echoed. It sounded like a sad woman, but you couldn't see her. The video made it all mysterious. As the video played, it made the air feel heavy and scary. The woman's cries mixed with the forest sounds, making it hard to tell what was real. It felt like the living and the ghostly were all mixed up. The car in the middle of the wild saw everything. The people inside felt both interested and scared. The normal world seemed to break as the cries echoed, making a strange scene. No face came with the sad cries, so you didn't know if it was a real woman or a ghost. The answer stayed a mystery, making everyone who saw it feel unsure. From the deep part of the dark forest, the scary sounds marked the minds of those who watched. It sent shivers down their spines, showing how creepy things can hide in the night. Giant wolf! In the dark, something strange happened. A big video showed a giant wolf coming out of the shadows. Its eyes were shining mysteriously. The air felt weird and scary as the wolf moved. Like a mysterious dance in the dark. The wolf walked in a tricky way, making it even more mysterious. People watching couldn't move, feeling a scary cold. The wolf looked like a ghost in the night, moving in a strange and graceful way, different from its scary look. People watching got scared, and a shiver went through everyone as the mystery continued. When the wolf got close to the road, the air felt like something unseen was happening. Nobody knew why the wolf was there or what it wanted. Every moment was filled with a feeling of not knowing, like a strange story in the spooky scene. Nobody dared to figure out what the wolf wanted. The video showed something we couldn't explain, like a secret message from the shadows. People stayed confused and curious, like a never-ending puzzle. In that scary night, the mystery stayed, leaving a strong memory in everyone's mind, always remembered as something unknown. giant snake. In a regular house during the day, a secret video showed something strange. A really big snake was hiding behind the room's roof. It was so big that it scared everyone. Suddenly, the snake broke the roof and showed itself completely. It was long and wide, making everyone feel really scared. No one knew where this snake came from. This huge snake did mysterious things, like a dance with the roof. It was like a magic show, and it surprised everyone watching the video. The snake was like a king in the room, making everything else seem not important. People watching couldn't believe their eyes. It was so strange and big that it gave them chills. When the roof broke, it was like a secret being revealed. Everyone watching was curious about where this giant snake came from. It was like a big question in the air. Where did the snake come from? And what secrets did it bring with it? This mysterious moment was like a strange and confusing picture. The snake, like a ghost, left a strong mark on everyone's thoughts. In the quiet house, people kept thinking about the strange encounter. The big question stayed in the air. Where did the snake appear from, and what secrets did it have? Mysterious lioness encounter. In the daytime bushes, something strange happened. There's a video of people and a lioness in a vehicle. It's weird because you don't expect a wild lioness in a car. The people around the lioness act like it's normal, not scared at all. It's like they're friends with the lioness, which makes it even more puzzling. Are they just watching the wild show? Or do they know something mysterious? The video feels creepy, like a spooky scene. But the strange part is that the people don't look scared. They look used to it, like it happens often. It's a mix of normal and weird that messes with your mind. Even though you see it in the video, the real reason for this bizarre meeting stays hidden. People talk and guess, but the mystery stays. It's like a secret meeting with the unknown, caught in a short video that leaves you feeling uneasy, like a strange picture you can't forget. Mysterious mountain goat. In the bright daytime up in the quiet mountains, something mysterious happened. A special video showed a powerful white mountain goat walking through the trees. It looked healthier and stronger than regular goats, standing out with its shiny white fur. This strange creature moved gracefully among the trees, as if it held some special power. It was different, not like the usual goats you'd find. Its white coat seemed to glow, catching the light like magic. It made people wonder, why was this exceptional goat in those mountains? What was it up to? The mountains stayed silent, keeping their secrets, and the video just made people guess. Was the goat guarding ancient secrets, predicting unseen things, or just wandering without a clear destination? The video left everyone puzzled, making this mysterious moment a lasting memory in the story of unknown things. In the quiet mountains, the strange goat became a puzzle, a temporary keeper of secrets, making people everywhere curious about the hidden wonders of nature. Gray owls. A magical video shows an old forest with a wise gray owl and its two babies. The owl is big and looks cute with lots of soft feathers. Gray owls are the biggest owls on Earth. They live in the daytime, which is unusual for owls. The video makes the forest seem mysterious. The owl is like a guardian of the ancient trees. The babies stay close, hidden in the shadows. It's like a living memory of the past, seen in the patterns on tree bark. In the video, the owl watches over its babies, keeping them safe from things we can't see in the sunlight. It's like a story in nature, a family tale told without words. The owl's eyes show it knows things from a long time ago, like a wise storyteller. Even in the daylight, the owl keeps its mystery, defying the usual rules. The video lets us join the owl in protecting its family. It's a quiet adventure in the woods, with the owl guarding against hidden dangers in the sunlight. The gray owl isn't just a bird of the day, it's a magical guardian, keeping secrets woven into its feathers. The ancient woods whisper their mysteries, inviting anyone curious enough to explore the enigma of the gray owl and its family. A black wild cat. Once upon a time in a big green forest, being extraordinary occurred. Imagine this wild, quiet place where all kinds of animals lived. Deep in the heart of the woods, under the warm, golden sun, a rare and mysterious animal called a jaguarundi appeared. The jaguarundi isn't like a big, fierce jungle cat, but rather a lower, more slippery one. It moves gracefully with a polished body and a long, elegant tail. Its fur is a unique mix of colors, like a blend of red, brown, and slate. This jungle ninja floated the forest with a secret grace, nearly like a shadow. But what made this day special was the rare footage captured by a lucky adventurer. They were quietly staying, camera in hand, and suddenly there it was, the jaguarundi in all its glory. With eyes wide and full of wonder, the camera rolled, catching this mystical fealty on film. In that moment, the timber brooded its secrets, and the jaguarundi's rare appearance became a magical tale for all to see, a regard into the isolated treasures of the wild. The crazy deer. Once upon a time in the deep forest, there lived a deer family. They were a close-knit bunch, always looking out for one another. But one day, something strange occurred to one of the deer. This deer, who was usually calm and gentle, suddenly began to act in an unusual way. It all started when the deer accidentally hit another family member. Rather than just apologizing and moving on, the deer began to hit them. It was a shocking sight. The other family members were bewildered and did not understand what was going on. As the days went by, the abnormal actions continued. The deer would hit anyone who came near, causing fear among the family. They did not know what had changed their cherished family member into such a troublemaker. The formerly peaceful family was now in disquiet. The deer family tried to talk to the worried deer, but it was as if they could not reach them. They desperately searched for a way to help their worried family members and bring back the harmony they formerly enjoyed in the deep forest. The black polar bear. In the core of a weedy, mysterious jungle, one dark and stormy night, something exceptional occurred. Imagine a gigantic black polar bear, far from its icy home, stumbling through deep, sticky mud. The rain poured down relentlessly, creating a balance of drops that sounded through the thick greenery. As the bear tramped through the muddy field, it sounded out of place, a true mystery in this tropical world. Its black fur flashed under the moonlight, differing with the flourishing greenery of the jungle. The bear's movements were slow and thoughtful, each step leaving a deep trace in the mud, evidence of its power and royalty. Unknown to the bear, hidden among the trees, a silent watcher captured this real moment on a trail camera. The camera's lens caught every detail, making this special encounter a tale to be participated in with the world. Nature's riddles are endless, and this is just one of the numerous phenomena that unfold in the quiet corners of our Earth. Alpine ibex in the mountains. In the Classy Mountains, a powerful animal with long, twisted horns roams freely. As the camera follows this glorious animal, you can see its thick brown fur, which keeps it warm in the cold alpine air. Its strong legs easily carry it up to bold pitches and rocky scarps. As it trots along the tough area, being unique catches its concentration. The ibex stops and begins to scratch its body using its enormous spiral-structured horns. It's a remarkable sight, those twisted attachments, originally a symbol of strength and protection. Now serving as an informal tail scrape. The animal's movements are graceful and thoughtful, showing its nimbleness and adaptation to the harsh mountain life. Its journey through this fresh nature is an evidence to nature's unbelievable creations, where indeed the putatively ordinary can come extraordinary. Watch and wonder as this alpine habitat continues its daily adventures in the high-altitude walk of the mountains. The haunting white mask. In a quiet, dimly lit room, something truly curious unfolded. A camera was exactly placed by a person, eager to capture any abnormal things. As the night settled in, the room was screened in haunting silence, broken only by the casual rustling of leaves outdoors. Suddenly, a faded, ghostly face came up in the darkness, covered by a chilly white mask. It was a haunting sight, staring through the window like a mysterious apparition. The camera, strategically placed, caught this surreal moment, setting it in time. The man behind the camera watched in wonder, suspicious of what he'd just witnessed. Was it a prank, a ghostly encounter, or something else entirely? The mysterious figure outside remained a silent riddle, leaving the room filled with a disturbing air of the unknown. This strange event, captured on camera, left observers with a spine-clinking mystification to consider. A creepy image. In the quiet darkness of a moonlit night, a chilly image was captured by a camera ready to shoot shivers down your spine. Imagine a spooky girl with penetrating stone-alike eyes, their cold eye appearing to enter your identical soul. Her bony, twisted fingers reach out as if gesturing you into the unknown. Her long, untidy hair falls around her like a crazy dark fall, hiding her face in dark. She's dressed in a ragged and ghostly wear, a spectral figure that haunts the points of your worst nightmares. As the camera lens captured this creepy vision, the melody raised heavily with an unexplainable fear. It's a sight that lingers in your mind, haunting your visions and making you challenge the boundaries between the real and the supernatural. Watch with caution, for this image holds a tale of the paranormal, ready to send chills down your spine and leave you questioning the effects that go bump in the darkness. Bobcat encounter. In a forested scene, a robust bobcat aggressively pounces, targeting a man's facial region with violence. After the unsettling encounter, the man documents the aftermath on video. Astonishingly, he captures footage of himself holding the once aggressive bobcat in his hand. Notably, the video showcases the creature's significant dental structures, underscoring the impressive size and form of its teeth.
Look at that beauty. The big teeth on her.
This unusual and daring incident sheds light on the captivating behavior of wildlife in its natural habitat, offering a unique glimpse into the complex relationship between humans and the untamed creatures that inhabit the wild. A big cat. In the core of the wild jungle, a heavy, mysterious cat prowled in the moonlight. Its strong body moved quietly through the thick greenery, its golden eyes flashing with a mix of curiosity and secret. Something had started a trail camera set up in the dark of the night, capturing this graceful animal's every move. As we watch and wonder, the big cat's spotted fur blends seamlessly with the spotted moonlight filtering through the jungle cover. With each step, it leaves a trace of suspense and wonder. What's it searching for? The jungle's secrets, maybe? A night snack, possibly? Or is it on a journey to keep its habitat, the watcher of this untamed walk? The air is thick with expectation as we follow the big cat's journey, caught on this quiet camera, giving us a rare look into the mysterious world of the jungle after dark. Stay tuned as we reveal the secrets of this fascinating and elusive animal's nighttime adventures. Giant wolf. In a deep, dark forest where the high trees rumored secrets and the leaves rustled like whispers, a great big wolf prowled. This wolf was massive, with sharp teeth like daggers and eyes that shimmered with hunger. The wolf's fur was as dark as the night, and its breath started like fog. One sunny day, a little doggy, much lower than the giant wolf, was playing in the forest. The doggie's fur was a blend of brown and white, and its tail wagged with excitement as it explored the forest land. But also, in an unforeseen and fearful moment, the big wolf charged at the little doggie. The doggie's heart pounded and it barked in fear. The forest echoed with the wolf's fierce growls, and the ground shook with its heavy way. The little canine's instincts accepted in, and it ran as quickly as its bitsy legs could carry it, contending through the trees and springing over backwoods. The chase continued through the woods with the big wolf hot on the doggie's tail. It was a heart-pounding race between a giant wolf and a small, clever survivor in the wild. Fight of two giant bears. Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a wild and untamed jungle, two massive, black, furry grizzly bears set up themselves locked in a ferocious and roaring showdown. The sun was shining brightly above, casting dappled shafts through the thick cover of trees onto the jungle bottom. Both bears, snorting and growling, were locked in a battle of strength and will. They stood on their hind legs, their claws glinting in the sun as they swiped and roared at each other. The earth vibrated beneath their strong paws. Each bear was determined to prove their dominance over this lush and mysterious home. Leaves rustled, and branches shook as they collided, transferring echoes of their ferocious fight through the jungle. The birds in the trees took to the sky, their bodies beating in an unmelodious delirium. Other creatures galloped down, fleeing the explosive spectacle of these giants colliding. As the day wore on, the battle raged, a true test of muscle and flexibility. The jungle bore evidence to this grand struggle, and only time would tell which bear would crop as the sovereign of this untamed area. A giant black animal. Once upon a time, in a big wild place, there lived a giant black animal with shaggy fur, nearly like a massive buffalo. This strong beast floated freely through the vast lands, where the trees reached for the sky and the field was as high as a person. One sunny day, this enormous black creature tramped its way toward a strange appliance, a shining and noisy vehicle that did not belong in the wild. Its dark eyes twinkled with curiosity as it approached. The heavy animal lowered its colossal head, and with its immense strength, it gently began to rub its furry head against the side of the vehicle. It was as if the creature set up a new friend in this machine from another world. The vehicle, with its hard essence face, varied starkly with the animal's soft, thick fur. The giant black creature's behavior were a mix of riddle and wonder, as if it was trying to figure out the strange object. This unusual scrape between the wild and the mechanical was a testament to the beauty of nature's curiosity and its capability to accommodate and explore the strange. Lion's attack on giraffe. Once upon a time, in a land of high rocky mountains, there was a peaceful giraffe just minding its own business. The giraffe was walking through the rugged terrain, looking for some appetizing breaks to munch on. It was a bright and sunny day, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of wildflowers. But suddenly, a growl echoed through the mountains, and a group of fierce lions surfaced from the rocky checks. The lions had spotted the giraffe, and hunger lustered in their eyes. They approached the giraffe with a stealthy way, their strong bodies hidden among the brilliance. The giraffe, seeing danger, tried to run, but the rocky terrain made it delicate. The lions were determined in their pursuit, and they circled the giraffe, their roars filling the air. The giraffe, with its long legs, protested and tried to defend itself, but the lions were determined to catch their mess. The giraffe's heart competed as it faced this dangerous moment in the Rocky Mountains, encircled by empty lions. The battle between the giraffe and the lions was a fierce struggle for survival in the wild, untamed nature. Snake's meal. Once upon a time, in the bright light of day, an empty and cunning snake crawled quietly through the ground. Its body moved like a curled swash, blending with the green world around it. The snake's eyes were fixated on a breathless critter lying on the ground. The animal was no longer alive, and the snake, with its sharp, sharp mouth, was determined to have a mess. With a fleet flicker of its black lingo, the snake tasted the air, trying to describe any peril hard. It was like a stealthy operative, making sure no bone could catch it while it had its mess. As the snake approached the still body, its jaws opened wide, revealing its threatening fangs. It inched closer, calculating its move, and also, with a lightning-fast strike, it sank its teeth into the breathless animal's meat. The snake's jaw locked onto its prey, and it began to sluggishly consume the mess. Its black lingo continued to flutter out, tasting the success of its search. In the bright daylight, the snake's survival instincts accepted in, and it flavored its mess, knowing it had prevailed in the circle of life. The wolf attack on a man. Once upon a time, there was a cameraman on an instigative adventure deep in the wild. He was on a charge to capture the fugitive and mysterious wolves on film. With his camera ready and heart pounding with excitement, he ventured into the desert. After hours of patient waiting, he eventually stumbled upon a quiet cave. To his amazement, inside the cave were a mama wolf and her bitsy, lovable babies. The cameraman could not believe his luck, and he sluggishly moved closer to get the perfect shot. But as he inched nearer, the mama wolf grew nervous and defensive. In an unforeseen, fearful moment, she attacked the cameraman, teeth disclosed and growling. He realized he'd come too close, too quickly, and the wolf was only trying to defend her precious pups. In a frantic struggle, the cameraman fought to cover himself, trying not to harm the wolf. Ultimately, he managed to retreat safely, shaken, but alive. It was a lesson learned about considering the wild and the significance of keeping a safe distance from its habitants. A hungry monkey. Once upon a time in a big hot desert, there was actually an empty monkey. The sun was shining so brightly that the sand felt like a hot roaster. The monkey's abdomen rolled loudly and he could not ignore his hunger any longer. With his little monkey hands, he dug into the hot beach, looking for being to eat. At first, all he set up were some dry sticks and rocks, but he did not give up. He knew that the desert had secrets hidden deep beneath the beach. Also, after some digging and forbearance, he set up a secret treasure, a juicy, ripe cactus fruit. The fruit was a bright orange color and looked so appetizing. The monkey could not believe his luck. His eyes sparkled with joy as he plucked the fruit from the cactus and bit into it. The sweet and juicy meat cooled his parched throat, and he savored every bite. With each bite, the monkey's hunger sluggishly evaporated, and he felt a renewed energy. He knew he'd set up a mess fit for a desert king, and he enjoyed every last bit of that delicious cactus fruit. The monkey, now gratified and full, lay back in the shade of the cactus, appreciative for his desert feast. The bear rings the doorbell. One spooky night out in the wild woods, there was a curious bear on the prowl. This furry friend had a freak glamour for doorbells. Little did anyone know that a trail camera had its open-eyed eye on the scene. As the moon cast creepy dark, the bear approached a lonely house. In the pitch-black night, it reared up on its hind legs like a big, light jumbo, and with a heavy paw, it reached out to press the doorbell. It was a bit like a big, furry cutlet poking at the button. The trail camera, hidden hard, snapped a print just in time to capture this unforeseen moment. The bear's sportful curiosity, or maybe its mischievous intentions, were a riddle, but the image revealed a humorous side of nature. The house, unknowing of the darkness caller, stayed quiet as the bear's bell-ringing adventure came to an end. This strange but fascinating event was a remembrance of the surprising encounters that can be in the wild, indeed when we least await it. Lion killed the cheetah. Once upon a time, on a bright and sunny day, there was a big, strong lion and a fast, spotted cheetah. They both lived on a farm with lots of creatures. The lion and the cheetah were always trying to prove who was the powerful. One day, the captain and the cheetah had a big fight. The captain was actually strong, with sharp teeth and strong muscles. He roared loudly and showed his strength. The cheetah, on the other hand, was quick and graceful. She ran around trying to outsmart the lion. In the end, after a fierce battle, the lion managed to catch the cheetah. With a strong swipe of his paw, he defeated the cheetah. It was a tough day for the ranch, as the lion had shown his strength and won the battle. The other creatures watched in astonishment as the lion proved his dominance, but they also felt sad for the courageous cheetah. This day became a part of the farm's history, a day when the lion showed his power, and the cheetah's spirit faded from memory. Thank you for coming along on this spooky adventure with us. Subscribe to our channel if you want more spine-chilling stories and hair-raising encounters, and remember to set that notification bell to ensure you get all the updates on our fascinating adventures.